Music, please.
Beautiful.
Amazing.
I hear you, baby.
The most tremendous new musical experience.
Beautiful.
Amazing.
I hear you, baby.
Are we on the air?
Are you ready? Mm-hmm. Are we rolling? Can you hear me now?
Yep, ready?
All right, here we go.
3, 2, 1.
You know me. I've been around forever.
I know him. I know him.
This is the Tony Bruno Show. Here he is, the godfather of sports radio. Here's Tony Bruno.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And hello, everybody. It is into the night. It's a Friday, October 17th. And yes, I'm alive. And I'm not celebrating no King's Day, except King's Hawaiian, because they have those great little pretzel things. One of my favorite kings, Robin. Next to King Farouk, the last king of Egypt.
How about King Tut?
King Tut, but, you know, it's way back in the day.
I mean, we like it the way he dances, right?
No, that's a different King Tut, Robin.
No, that
King's
was
Day.
King Tut. That was the Martin.
Yes,
yeah.
there were characters.
I know. It's fantastic.
I'm talking about real kings because I got on my phone as we welcome you in. Tony Bruno, Miss Robin is here. Heather may be making a special appearance tonight. You know where she is? In studio guest tonight.
I know.
And she's famous too.
Yes, she is.
She's a
supposed to be here.
therapist.
She's late. I'm going to have to give her shit.
We went over and put a dryer in her house today.
Yes, we did.
By the way, speaking of royalty and kings, Prince Andrew.
He's out.
Prince Andrew has surrendered his royal titles,
Yes.
including the Duke of York. I prefer the Duke of Earl. Great song from back in the day, but that's
Duke of Earl.
Duke of Earl. So we'll go into a lot of kings. The thing, listen, if you want to protest tomorrow, you can protest all you want. It's America. It's still America. But the one thing about this No King's Day nonsense is that I want to know what purpose this has. So I got this email, and people are getting this everywhere.
Okay.
I'm going to show you right here what it says, Robin. Can you read that?
No King's Day tomorrow. Will you help make it the biggest day of protest ever?
And then what do I have to do?
You can donate some fabulous prizes.
So what am I donating to? Say I want to walk tomorrow. If I want to walk, I want to walk right here in beautiful Cape Coral, Florida, where we live, where we have great neighbors, new friends, and old friends. And so the No King's Day thing, I don't get. I don't get. What's the purpose? And why do people need money from me to go out and protest? I'm not paying for protesters. I can't even pay for my own shit. Biggest day of protest ever. Will you attend a No Kings rally on Saturday? Then today, will you help make it the biggest day of protest? So I want to know, a serious question. And if you want to go march every day for the rest of your life, go right ahead. I just don't get it. I'm feeling better, as you can tell, and I thank everybody for all the great well wishes. The last month or so has been a mess.
It's been a little bit more than a month. It's
Yeah,
almost
I know,
2 months.
but who's counting? And so
I am.
I just want to be happy and healthy like everybody else. You know, I don't know when I'm going to go. Nobody does. But I know that when you go through health issues and you get all the tests done, and I got another test coming up this week. But luckily, you know, I'm not in any danger of dying of what I have, which is, what's it called? Colitis.
Colitis.
Not ulcerative colitis. There's so many different names. Ask your doctor what ulcerative colitis could do for you.
Please don't.
No.
It is.
I'm not asking my doctor anything. My doctor's supposed to know. Isn't that what doctors do? And the thing that bugs me the most, if you turn on the television, and it doesn't matter what you're watching, drug ads are now completely out of control.
I
And
don't
they've
know.
been out of control, but they're worse now than ever.
Like, even if you need one of these medications,
Yeah.
after listening to all the side effects and everything, you're like, I don't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole.
No.
I mean, these side effects are just horrific. By the way, Bisa had to reset her password. She is now in.
Ladies
Hi,
and
Bisa.
gentlemen, live in Las Vegas.
Hi everybody.
Hi, Bisa. Thank you so much. Robin yesterday and last Friday when I was out of it. I thought I was going to be ready for the show, but I crashed and burned in the middle of the afternoon, and I didn't even get up.
No.
And then Robin took it upon herself to come down here and do a show. And God bless her. She did a great job. She and Bisa in Las Vegas. Bisa, by the way, just getting back from her big celebration in Las Vegas. No, she wasn't out there with J.B. Pritzker, the governor of Illinois, who won $1.5 million playing blackjack in Las Vegas. Did you know that, Bisa?
No, that's I wouldn't know. I don't even know what to do about thinking about that kind of money.
Now, this guy's a billionaire. Here's the
Yeah.
thing. This is not a political comment. This is the governor of Illinois, J.B. Pritzker, who this week, I guess, reported his taxes. And one of the things in his taxes, which is surprising, is that he said in his tax filings that he and his wife went to Las Vegas. And I mention this up because you're in Las Vegas. So he went to Las Vegas with his wife for a couple of days to relax. And then he won $1.4 million playing blackjack in one night. Now, I know a lot of heavy rollers and high rollers and people who go, like, for example, Michael Jordan, right? Billionaire, he had all the money in the world.
Right.
But a lot of people who have a lot of money still gamble, not because they need more money, but they need a fix of some kind.
Right.
They need to prove to people that they're not only good at what they do,
But
like
so many
Michael
people
Jordan
just really
was the
enjoy
GOAT.
gambling, and
Yeah, but you have to be able to afford the losses.
Yes.
But here's the governor.
Clearly he can.
But if you're a billionaire, now here's the thing about gambling. Because when last time I won a bet in Vegas, it was one of those races for the Triple Crown. And I remember I had the ticket in my hand and I hit the superfecta, and it wasn't that much. It was like $1,200. So I'm running around in the casinos all excited, and then I went down and cashed it, and it was like $1,200. Then they give you a slip that says you got to claim the money. Anything over $600, you are taxed on. So here's my question to high rollers, whether you're a governor, whether you're Michael Jordan, whether you're a high roller who just likes the thrill of going into a casino and gambling for whatever reason, for the thrill of it. Don't you also have to, because if you lose a lot of money, let's be honest, not everybody that goes into a casino with a lot of money doesn't necessarily always win.
Right.
I mean, you can sit down at a blackjack table, you can sit down at the craps.
Can you write off your losses at a...
If you lose a lot of money, if you claim that you've won money, what you normally, like lottery tickets,
Right.
people who buy lottery tickets all the time, if they eventually hit, they can take their lottery ticket losing tickets and then write that off as a gambling loss. But most people don't do that. They throw it in the trash. So my question is, if you win $1.4 million playing blackjack and you're that lucky on one night on your trip to Vegas, aren't you going to report some of the losses? Because I don't know anybody who's ever gone into a casino, whether they're rich, poor, indifferent, or whatever, who has only won that kind of money without losing money, right? Because you
Yes.
can afford to lose millions of dollars if you're a billionaire. So that's my question. It's not a big deal, but we got a lot to talk about tonight. This is a big day, too.
I mean, let's put it in perspective.
Yes.
If you're a billionaire, $1.4 million win is like a $100,000 win to a millionaire, and it's like a $10,000 win to most people.
Exactly. Now, you can only write off your losing tickets, as I mentioned, if you win. If you lose and you've lost $10,000 playing lottery.
Well, that doesn't make sense. Like, if you're going to be able to write it off, you should be able to write it off all the
No,
time.
you can only write it off when you win money.
See, that's wrong.
That's why taxation without representation, and I'm going to march tomorrow, not for no kings. I'm marching for no taxes. We live in Florida. Governor DeSantis is already working on getting rid of our property taxes. So at least I know my governor isn't in Las Vegas, winning at the blackjack table. There's plenty of casinos here in Florida. There's casinos anywhere. So that's my point. But Bisa today Did you go? Now, you're in Vegas where the Las Vegas Aces. And remember, it wasn't that long ago that Las Vegas really didn't have any professional sports teams, right? They had UNLV. You weren't even allowed to bet on UNLV in Las Vegas. This is before the casinos and you can bet on anything. But the Las Vegas Aces of the WNBA won a championship. Now, remember, the Raiders are there now, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, the new baseball stadium is being constructed.
Right.
Have you seen that site, Bisa? Because Bally's is building this big. The Raiders, the Oakland A's, now the Sacramento A's, soon to be the Las Vegas Athletics. They're building this unbelievable arena or stadium right there off the Strip. So they're going to have baseball, NFL, no NBA yet, and they have NHL. Right? Who they've won a Stanley Cup already. So Las Vegas had no professional sports. Now they're going to have all the professional sports. So today was the big parade. So Bisa is our correspondent in Las Vegas. Did you go to the parade, Bisa?
It's literally happening now. I literally can still get there if you want me to go.
No.
I am
Can you
I
go
am
live?
not far at all. I mean, I think we can. It's literally, it just started 13 minutes ago, technically. My friend who is an intern, she is on the bus with them. I have another friend on the ground. I was like, no, we need coverage. It's a Friday, so I'm coming
I need
prepared.
somebody on a float. I need people throwing beads. I need. Now, it's not on the Strip, right? They're not doing this parade on the Strip, are they?
It's
Where is the parade route? You know, because in big cities like in New York, it's Broadway. In Philadelphia, it's Broad Street. You know, you think of all the different cities where parades occur. They're usually on the main street. Now, the Las Vegas Strip, Las Vegas Boulevard, is the most famous. But, you know, it's a Friday there. It's not Friday night yet. It is here. It's 7 o'clock here in the East Coast. There, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, right? So it's still mid-afternoon there. By the way, has it cooled off in Vegas yet? Because it's warm still here in Florida. It's 88 today, but it feels a lot better because there's a breeze and it gets into the 60s at night. A lot of people that don't know this, in Las Vegas, it's 105 in the day, and then at night, you know, people go inside, and that's why they walk through the casinos and never have to walk outside. But what's the weather there? I need a weather update from Las Vegas on this October 17th, Bisa. Is she there?
Uh-oh. Did we lose Bisa?
No. Well, we'll get a late update.
Wait, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh, there.
No,
now,
we
now
lost
you're
you. I
back.
thought
We
you
lost
ran
her.
out to the parade route.
No. So right now it's 80 degrees, and that's kind of warm for the last few days where we've been like in the lows of 40s, like in the
At
early
night,
morning.
overnight, right? Not in the daytime.
In the day, we've been lucky to maybe get 60s or 70s.
Beautiful.
So it's cold.
Not cold here. It's in the 60s at night, and that's what happens here because we're in the tropics. So anyway, the parade's going on, and now our
They
buddy
started
Play Action
at-
Reel in the desert. It's finally nice in the desert. Comb the desert by 80 degrees in Phoenix. It's probably going from the Ling to T-Mobile Arena. Where's the link?
So they're starting at Tropicana and Las Vegas Boulevard.
Okay.
They're going up Las Vegas Boulevard, and then they're ending at Toshiba Plaza, which is like T-Mobile Arena area.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the procession of the route.
Beautiful.
And it's, from what I can just see from just like people have been there since noon. Like my friends have been there since noon. So yeah, no, it's definitely insane. So they're ready. They're partying, and then they're gonna keep the party going for quite a while, of course, since they're
Well, it's
right
Las
there on the
Vegas.
Strip.
People, they should start this parade at 11 o'clock. Because let's be honest, if you were to go to Vegas on the weekend, nothing's happening before 11 o'clock. You know, all the older people, they go out and get the buffet, and then they may go in the casino, go see a show, one of the Cirque du Soleil shows, which are great, and then they go to bed. But, you know, the younger people that go out there, they don't even start getting dressed to go out until like 10:30, 11 o'clock. And that's when things go crazy in Vegas. So we'll get it up. We'll keep you up to date on the Las Vegas Aces Championship Parade. You're not getting this kind of coverage. Even ESPN is not covering this story tonight. But we got No Kings Day tomorrow. Now, is there a No Kings protest in Vegas tomorrow, Bisa?
Yeah, I think that's like kind of a national, I mean, not officially, but nationally, they've been spreading this through social media. So I think it's happening just all over.
Well, I told you, I'm
Whoever's
getting texts like every hour from people I don't know asking me to send them money so that tomorrow's No King's Day protest will be the greatest ever. And my question is, and it's a legitimate question, we don't have kings in this country. I mentioned the kings. King James, even he is now uncertain. LeBron James, who calls himself King James, is he even going to play this year? Because any of the advertising I see for the Lakers, it's Luka Doncic is now the face of the Lakers. LeBron James, is he even going to play? And how is he a king if he's not? We don't even know if he's on the Lakers at all. Not King Solomon, of course. Yeah, you got Louisville and Miami on ESPN. How about that? And Louisville's already scored. So we got Friday night college football. We got NLCS and American League Championship Series. We're down to the nitty-gritty as we get ready for a World Series. We got another weekend of NFL football. How about that Thursday night game, though? I turned it on. I wanted to see, the Icy Hot Bowl, although Joe Flacco. And how can anybody not love Joe Flacco? Now, Joe Flacco is a Philadelphia area guy, grew up in Audubon, New Jersey kid. And here he is, 40 years old, playing on his 18th team. And they signed him to play for the Cincinnati Bengals. They got made a trade. And then he goes into his the new home building for the Cincinnati Bengals with a lot of talent. I mean, the Bengals are loaded with talent. But then they use that guy who everybody knew couldn't play, and then they finally bring in Joe Flacco, and that was unbelievable to watch last night. Two guys in their 40s out there balling their asses out last night.
It was the Ben Gable.
That was unbelievable because it was slow. Aaron Rodgers went down the field, and he's got all these tight ends. I mean, even his number one guy didn't catch a touchdown pass last night, which cost me my parlay. DK Metcalf didn't score, but everybody else did. But Joe Flacco, a guy who's got 6 sons who are sitting at home watching their dad.
4 sons, 1 daughter.
Well, that's
5
a lot
kids.
of people.
Yes.
And he's got all nephews. I mean, imagine now your dad is 40 years old, right? And how old are his sons? They're old enough to know their dad's playing football. They grew up watching their dad play football. In fact, their dad was playing pro football before they were even born. And he was at the University of Delaware. Great story. But I don't know if you watched it last night, but that was unbelievable to watch. And you can see the admiration from the players, his teammates. Everybody sees that this guy is prepared to play. And anybody who knows professional football, you got to learn them.
So his kids, just FYI.
Let me get the ages, Robin.
So his kids were born in 2012. So that would be.
They don't have just the ages of the kids. I'm bad at math. There's no math on the show, Robin.
So he's almost 13.
So he's got a 13-year-old kid.
12, 10, 9. Those are the boys.
Okay.
No, excuse me. Scratch that.
Wait a minute, Robin. I know it's early in the show, but I haven't done this on this.
I thought the daughter was last, but I was wrong.
haven't done this in a long time, and I've been jonesing for this. I got to give her one of those. Why is that not on, Robin?
It is.
There it is.
Because you didn't push it right.
I know he started at Pitt. Bearcat AJ, Joe Flacco started at Pitt. Then he transferred to Delaware with the Blue Hens. And Rich Gannon, when you think about little Delaware, right, the University of Delaware, with Tubby Raymond, all the great Rich Gannon, a lot of great players played at the University of Delaware. But he transferred from Pitt, and then he went to Delaware, and then to the National Football League. Just an amazing story. And if you can't sit there and watch Joe Flacco and be happy at how much fun he was having. And I was telling his kids to go to bed.
I know.
Don't stay up all night.
So the first 3 are boys, 13, 12, and 10. Then they had a girl who's 9, and then another boy who's 7.
Wow. Cranking them out.
Yeah.
Joe effing Flacco, ladies and gentlemen.
And I got
to give him a roaring round of applause. I'm sorry.
People were saying, this was the Icy Hot Bowl or the Ben
You heard
Gable.
Joe Flacco says, I never use Icy Hot.
He says, I don't use Icy Hot. I haven't ever used it.
What I use a lot of drugs. But I'm telling you, if you have arthritis, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I recommend, Voltaren. If you got arthritis pain, it's a topical gel. It's arthritis pain relief.
But they need to put it
it's
in
like
a roller.
$700 for one of these.
No, not anymore.
No, they're expensive.
Well,
So you just get a little dab. Don't put it in your eyes.
Now that it's over the counter, you can.
You squeeze it. No, it's still like $25 for
Yeah,
a
yeah.
2-pack.
But
anyway, you put it on like a
they
joint
need to put
right
it
there.
in a roller so that you don't have to touch it with your fingers because it's bad to get in your eyes. And if you're like on the go and you just want to roll it on, that would be way better.
Anyway,
So listen,
that's what's
if
going on.
anybody from Voltaren is listening, put it in a damn
Yes,
roller.
I want to be one of those commercials. Voltaren, the brand I trust.
That would be really nice. I would like that too.
Exactly. So anyway, now there's a lot of kings out there. No kings there. I mentioned Prince Andrew gives up his title as the Duke of York.
Right.
He's got Epstein problems on his own. So they pretty much, did they smite him? What do they do in England when they tell you to get lost? Like they did with Prince Harry and his whack job wife. They told him to hit the pike too, right?
Well, if you are scheduled to be on the throne, you can abdicate your throne. Can you abdicate the dukedom?
I never abdicate my throne, especially when I've been going through this colitis stuff. You cannot abdicate the throne. You must be near the throne at every possible moment that you're awake. You following me right now? And by the way, we want to welcome everybody watching us live on X. That's right. You can go into our X account at Tony Bruno Show, follow the show live there, right?
That is where we have the highest viewership is on X.
On X, because I have 80-something thousand followers.
But we are we are on X, we are on YouTube, and then if you want to join us in our studio, we have an online studio on nofilter.net.
And by the way, it's not my style to rip No Filter, because I was one of the first people that they contacted when they formed No Filter.
They're awesome.
They're awesome. You know, you got some of that, obviously Eric Burns, and then you got Joe Manueli.
Yes.
And then you got hockey legends over there working too.
Correct. So there's a lot of stuff going on, and No Filter is like our virtual studio, and it allows you to come in. There is a chat room there, like there's on YouTube as well. But the difference is that if you are in the No Filter chat room, you can choose to come live with it. If you have a question, if you have a comment, if you want to rip Tony, whatever you want to do, then you just knock. We call it the knocker room.
We love knockers in the knocker room.
Yeah, we do love
Speaking
knockers.
of knockers, where the hell's you got to call her.
No, I've been texting. She's coming. She didn't realize it was on camera, so she had to kind of switch
Get dialed up.
She had to switch it up. But
she's a beautiful woman.
She is, no matter what. Where was I? Oh, you lost.
No Filter in the chat room.
In the chat room, if you want to come live with us, you can then knock on the knocker. It's the little fist in the lower left-hand corner, and then I will see you in the green room. And
Bisa will see you in the green room.
Or Grisa.
Grisa? That's a different chick. I met her on the strip the last time I was in Vegas. Speaking of that, there'll be a lot of Greases on the strip tonight. You know, all those Italian guys with the gold chains?
That was
those are Greases, aren't they?
That was a Bisa and green room amalgamation.
A what?
Yeah. Anyway.
Conflagration.
Conflagration.
No, that's a fire.
Amalgamate.
No.
What's the word I'm thinking of?
Amalgamation?
No,
No, like in Pittsburgh, you got the confluence of three rivers that go through Pittsburgh. You got the Susquehanna.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. You can go into the green room. I will see you. I can bring you live. And if you only want your audio, that's fine. We prefer that you are on camera with us, and it's beautiful, and you can come on camera with us.
Exactly.
So that is on nofilter.net. You go there. We don't keep track of anything. You just make an account with one of your email addresses.
Yeah, you don't have to give your credit card number, your
nothing.
social
It's
security
free.
number. You don't have to donate to the No Kings rally tomorrow.
Nothing. And then
now, if you want to donate to the show,
you can do that on there.
Exactly.
Yes, you can.
And we're not giving it to any like political organizations. No. It goes right into the Tony Bruno. I'm the senior fellow at the Tony Bruno Institute here in Southwest Florida.
It goes right into our swimming pool fund.
Yes, exactly.
Which is dangerously low right now. So
dangerously low. There's not a dime in there.
Yeah, we need help. If you own a swimming pool company,
yes,
and you would like to sponsor the Tony Bruno swimming pool that we can't afford to do right now,
we can break ground any day now if you'd like. If you, here in Florida, people are still using their pools.
Yeah.
You know, now all over the country in the Northeast,
you know what we should
the leaves are changing. People are covering up their pools for another winter.
If you have a swimming pool company and you would like, because this is going to be when the pool is done, when and if a pool is ever done here, it is going to be gorgeous because of the view right on the lake overlooking the preserve.
Naco Lake.
Naco Lake. We will allow you to put a webcam right there over the pool
Yes.
so that you can show it to all of your clients and show, look, this is what we can build. I guarantee you that will be a good seller.
Exactly.
And it will even stay on there. Tony
We'll do the hourly
Tony
updates
Bruno
on the
swimming
construction.
Pool. Tony Bruno swimming pool sponsored by
Yes. The Jug Handle Inn on Route 73 in Maple Shade, New Jersey. When you go over the Tony Bruno wings are there. World famous wings at the Jug Handle Inn.
the best-selling wings in Jersey.
At the Jug Handle Inn, the Tony Bruno sauce.
Yes.
Have it. It's awesome. Anyway, we got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. We got some clips tonight, too. I'm not even talking about Jim from Cheltenham, the official archivist. I've been doing research. Brian Wagner says, I closed my pool 3 weeks ago. The hot tub is still going strong. The hot tub always goes strong. You know what I'm saying? Of course, a lot of people giving us ointments and suppository information. I posted a picture of Don King because I got to meet Don King and Muhammad Ali, all the great boxing greats. So I posted a picture today of this is the king I will celebrate this weekend. And it's a picture that Don King autographed to me.
You actually have did you put it away?
I have
big
the
one?
Don King picture here. Now, I got a lot of pictures where I was fortunate enough to meet these people. So I posted this because my buddy Eric Cohen in Philadelphia wrote, Jerry the King Lawler. We mentioned everybody. There's a lot of kings out there.
I have I have a lot of famous kings, Tony Bruno.
Are you looking this up or are people? I want the contributors on the show.
I looked it up.
Don't look it up, Robin. I want this organic king, not the king of beers.
Well, I thought of a couple of these. Like you brought up Don King. I thought of Martin Luther King, obviously.
Of course.
I thought of it and I was like, is that a famous king? But it is on here on Google, Rodney King.
Well, Rodney King. Speaking of beatdowns.
And then there's Billie Jean King.
Billie Jean
female
King.
kings.
I told you my favorite king right now, and because we got the 2 buy one get one pretzels at Publix here in Southwest Florida, King's Hawaiian.
Oh,
Now, Howard Eskin, does he count as the king? Howard Eskin is the self-proclaimed king of Philadelphia sports talk.
But he's not named king. Well, I mean, I guess it's the same
People
as
call him the king.
King James.
See, not King Triton. No, that's another good one.
How about Larry King?
Larry King. Hello. Not the Burger King. Although I did once get busy in a Burger King bathroom back. I'm telling you, this is one of those. I pulled this right out of my tuchus. And by the way, Shabbat Shalom on this Friday. Can I do a Shabbat Shalom when I'm talking about tuchuses on a Friday?
King Kong.
King Kong is number 1 on my list right there. King Kong. There's only been like 70 King Kong. Evelyn Champagne King. Remember that? Remember Evelyn
King Arthur?
Yeah, King Arthur, but he was fake. Was there really a King Arthur?
Yeah.
Elvis is the king, of course.
Right.
Michael Jackson was the king. Now, you might remember Elvis was the king of rock, and then Michael Jackson was the king of pop, right?
Yep.
UNC alum King Rice, King Kong Bundy. But how about this one? I told you, King's Hawaiian.
They are.
King's Hawaiian is the goat of any type of bread product. Now, Robin likes the sourdough. I like the baguettes. I like the French bread. I like all kinds of bread, right? Bread is life. It's not good for you. And, I hate to do theme shows, but I keep getting these text messages about the No Kings protest. That pisses me off, Robin. First of all, how do these people get my number?
I don't know.
How do these people get any? They just basically they have a call center somewhere, right?
Somehow or another, they get every person's number on earth because I'm constantly getting stuff from people that I would never in a million years.
We get spam. We get spam every day. Everybody does. But now all these political things.
It's annoying.
And that's what this No Kings thing is. It's an anti-Trump, anti-America march. Go right ahead. I already mentioned Larry King. Houston, hello. But Evelyn Champagne King, that's a great poll by Eric Blocker. You know who Evelyn Champagne King is, Robin?
I don't know.
I hate to do it to you. Her song was used in the soccer. I used to. What's going on?
Is that your phone?
Bisa? Who are you talking to?
Hello?
Bisa? Hello?
Erections for its use, and much more to those being released.
What is going on?
I don't
back
know. I heard something about erections, though. Did you hear something about erections? Shh. Bisa, I don't know if you realize this, but whatever you were talking about came through over the air.
Yeah, Jerry the King Lawler. But no, I want you to pull this up just because the intro to this has one of the longest intros ever. And when I was a kid, I'd get up on Saturday mornings and watch Soccer Made in Germany on PBS.
Okay.
Remember when you'd watch PBS? You know, your kids would watch it. But there was a show called Soccer Made in Germany. And they would show all the Bundesliga highlights, right?
Okay.
But then they had this song in the background. Evelyn Champagne King's Shame. And the intro, you know the song, Robin. It's one of the all-time great. And the intro is like 2 minutes long before she starts singing. And it's not even about the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? That's right. If you listen to Bisa for 4 hours, make sure you consult your doctor because it'll be later on the strip and all the Las Vegas aces and their groupies will be heading to the casinos to try to win. Here it is.
Is this it?
Yeah, crank this up, Robin. Yeah. Remember this song, Robin? This is disco era gold. Come on, then.
This was a Bundesliga thing?
No, they used the riff where she's not singing it.
Oh.
This is a great song, Rob. Your arms is where I wanna be. No, this wasn't Chan Ho Park's walk-up song or the current Dodger guy. I don't think he even uses it. But there's a long, long intro, Robin. By the way, Toronto and Seattle World and American League Championship Series 1-1 now in that ball game. The Miami Hurricanes have scored. And speaking of the Miami Hurricanes, we will have a classic clip from the Miami Hurricanes back in the day. One of the all-time greatest clips. And I remember I was on the air that day when this game was being played. It was October 14th, 2006. 19 years ago, that was this past Thursday, was the 19th anniversary of the legendary Miami Hurricanes against FIU, Florida International University. They were playing at the Orange Bowl in Miami. And Lamar Thomas, a longtime great Hurricane alum, he was in the broadcast booth. We may have to play this now, Robin. Right, I'll tell you when to hit it. So Lamar Thomas is doing the color commentary. They're watching the game. And this game got chippy because these teams didn't like each other.
What does chippy mean?
I mean, there was like pushing and shoving.
Okay.
It wasn't just a rivalry game.
Chippy sounds way too friendly for
no,
something like
you know, they say that there was pushing and shoving.
Okay.
This thing got nasty. I mean, nasty, if you remember it. And then, of course, one of the classic clips of all time. And you'll hear it in this clip because it starts off where the game is going on and the play-by-play guy is talking about, oh, wow, there's some action out on the field, pushing and shoving. And then all of a sudden, all hell breaks loose. So if you're watching this, you can see the video. If you're just listening to it, whether it's on a podcast or live, you wait later in, and about 2 minutes in, is when Lamar Thomas delivers one of the greatest rants in college football history, bar none. Let's go to the tape. Miami FIU, October 14th, 2006, in the Orange Bowl.
End zone for a touchdown. Got a little 7 going on. A little frustration. That could be expected. You know, with all this pushing and shoving, I tell you, if this would have been back in the days, we'd have told these guys, hey, meet us at Tamiami Park and let's get it on with our pads. Okay? We would have just gone and played these guys. We didn't need no fans out there. We'd have been beating them down. But this is a whole different era. Whole different team.
Yeah.
John Petty's extra point is up and good, and another melee on the field. This one is getting out of hand.
Oh, we got helmets being taken off. Watch this.
Flags all over the place.
That's more than pushing and shoving, Robin.
This is ugly.
Oh, kicking.
Very ugly.
Dang.
I don't remember a brawl like this in college football. Look at this.
Oh my God.
This guy's
Stomping.
kicking each other, head stomping, taking helmets off.
And swinging them.
Here comes the classic moment. Listen. Big shoulder pads back then, remember? Trying to get the police now come onto the field. Miami-Dade police in the house.
Horrible violence all over the field, and it's hard to point in any particular direction. Now the Metro-Dade police trying to restore order.
And that's what I'm talking about.
There it goes.
You come into our house, you should get your behind kicked. You don't come in the OB playing that stuff. You across the ocean over there. You across the city. You can't come over to our place talking noise like that. You get your butt beat. I was about to go down the elevator and get in that thing. I say, why don't they just meet outside in the tunnel after the ball game and get it on some more?
Wow.
You don't come into the OB, baby. We've had it down a couple years, but you don't come in here talking smack.
Exactly.
Not in our house. You know what we be saying right now? We ready. We ready. We ready.
Wow, that was great. How about that? That's one of the greatest sports brawls in history, Robin.
Did people get arrested after that, or like what? Anything
Not
happen?
really,
I
no.
mean,
You know, they
that
just
looks, that
Dan
looked like
Sileo
some
was not playing, I don't believe, at that time. Maybe he was. I don't remember.
That looked like some serious. Like people could seriously have gotten hurt there.
No kidding. There were people kicking. They were using helmets.
Somebody could have gotten killed.
And you don't come down into our house, Robin. What's funny, what makes it the funniest is that out of nowhere, it sounds like somebody hits a drop-in. Because I had that drop-in here. And I picked it up with, you come into our house, you should get your behind whooped. Awesome, man. Awesome.
See, now I have a totally different perspective.
By the way, Retro Bro on the stream says, wow, Tony, I've been listening to you for about 16 years, and I've heard that clip 1,000 times and never knew where it came from. Thank you. That's what I'm here for. You know, when you hear sound effect, we always pull the choice cuts. It's like when you go to a butcher now, and you look for the choice cuts, and you say, I ain't paying that. I ain't paying $17 a pound for that.
We can't afford the choice cuts.
You
Are you
come into
freaking
my
kidding me?
butcher shop, you deserve to get your behind kicked for charging me that for a ribeye.
Speaking of choice cuts, we have the choice cuts for your listening pleasure, and we need you.
What do we got? Ribeye? What do we got?
We need you.
What do we need you?
We need you out there. You, our loyal fans,
somebody
to make
out there?
sure to share the show. Like, share, retweet, thumbs up, whatever platform you're listening it on. Make sure that you please do that. Not just once, not twice, not 3 times, 4.
How many times?
Everybody should do it at least.
See, this isn't playing now,
Tony,
Robin.
Don't keep pushing it.
There it is. Okay.
Push it once.
I know. I got the magic stick. I can hit it once.
Push it
I
once
can hit it
real
twice.
good. If you keep pushing it over and over again, it just restarts.
Can you crank it up a couple RCHs, Robin? It's a little low. You know what I mean?
Okay, do it again.
What's in the box?
Exactly. And don't forget.
Ay, papi, qué rico.
You're so impatient.
I'm not impatient.
Yes.
When I hit a button, I expect
like-
I don't want to tape. I don't want it on 7-second
I know,
delay.
but your board is kind of it's kind of like a female orgasm. It's a little bit temperamental. You gotta just like go slow and steady.
Okay, papi.
And that's what I do.
If you keep pounding it, it's gonna get lost somewhere. That's how it works. So yes, those of you who are listening on YouTube, X, and Facebook, please just make sure you share. Even if you're on No Filter,
Right. Now, is anybody in the
go
knocker room,
onto
Bisa?
go onto your social media and share the show because we really do appreciate it. And we thank you very much.
By the way, Bearcat AJ in Cincinnati, of course, had to be excited at that game last night. That was one of the best football games I've seen this year. To see two 40-year-old guys out there balling out.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
You know, and all the young guys around them are like, wow, these suckers are good, man. You know, back in the day when old guys just kept playing, that's the one thing between football and a lot of other sports. When you're old and you, like baseball, we saw Willie Mays at the end of his career stumbling around in the outfield. Nobody wants to see guys who can't play anymore just try to get one more year. We saw Emmitt Smith at the end of his career with the Cowboys, wanted to squeeze one more year out, another paycheck, and he went to the Arizona Cardinals for a year, and nobody will remember that part of his career. Michael Jordan as well. But the thing about football players, you can't fake it. If you're a quarterback and you're 40 years old and you go out there and you suck, you're gone. Except if you're that guy in Cincinnati that somehow they kept around, Josh Browning, week after week after week. Everybody knew he couldn't play the first time he took a snap. You know what I'm saying? Jesus.
AJ in San Antonio is also reminding everybody to donate. Donate to the show.
And it will not go to any political party. It will not go to any rally, Kings, no Kings. Now, Kings Hawaiian, I got to get more of those pretzels, Robin. We got to go to Publix tomorrow.
Okay, for those of you who have not heard of these, it's brand new. It's a brand new product.
Kings Hawaiian is everywhere, though. They have the little buns. I mean, they're so good.
But Kings Hawaiian now has a tub, and they were on 2 for $1 at the Publix, so that's how come we got them.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we probably wouldn't have because I didn't realize how good they were. Now, unfortunately, we do know how great they are, but they're in a tub, and they're
in like a plastic container.
Right, and they kind of look like Philadelphia pretzel bites.
Yeah, but they're
because
little
they look
bites
like
and they
they're
have
fluffy.
salt on them, but they're soft.
They are
Kings Hawaiian, I'm telling you,
Tony
man.
ate almost an entire bucket on his own.
I did.
Came home one day. He's on the sofa. And
then guess who else came over?
Yeah, Heather.
Heather came over and she was scourging those. You can't stop eating those things. But King's Hawaiian, man. Is there a king in Hawaii?
Yes.
Isn't that, what's his name?
Kamanawanalea.
No, that's not the king. That was
Yes,
that was the sister of the throwing Samoan, Jack Thompson. That's an old joke. Jack Thompson was a Samoan player in football, and he was called the throwing Samoan. And then I used to joke back in the day, and I would say, oh, I know his sister. She was the blowing Samoan.
Well,
King Kamanawanalea.
Well, this is almost correct. The Hawaiian king is most commonly referring to the Kamehameha the first, also known as Kamehameha the Great. So, see, I was almost there.
I thought it was, what's his name, Jason Momoa. He's like the king of Hawaii now, isn't he?
Pretty much.
There's a new movie out with him where they're speaking in Hawaii. The Chief of War.
Yes.
Chief of War. And it's all in native Hawaiian language, right? What is that called? What's their language out there?
Hawaiian?
What up, King Leaky
Hawaiian
Freaky?
Language.
Not the king of wishful thinking. Now, that's another great pull. Wait a minute, Robin. That's Joe Quills. Remember that song, I'm the King of Wishful Thinking?
Yes. Let me see if I
Great
can find
song.
it. King of
Wishful Thinking.
So the native Hawaiian language
Is what?
Or otherwise known as Olelo Hawaii is a critically endangered
By the way, are they playing
Polynesian
at midnight tonight? That's that's tomorrow night, Saturday night, Hawaii. Always bet Hawaii in a late game when they're home and you've run out and you blew about 16 parlays and wasted all your money. You always have that Hawaii game on the East Coast. Aloha means
goodbye.
Give her one of those. Yes.
What is going on back there?
I don't know, Harry. We're just trying to get this show.
Here it is.
Who does this now, Robin?
Go West.
Go West, young man.
Yeah.
That's where Hawaii is. It's a great song. Underrated tune, Robin. Where's my drumsticks? Yeah. They're one-hit wonders, right?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Some good funk right there. I got to get my drumsticks, Robin.
I'll get him. Go sit down. Sit down, Tony Brunogin. I gave them to you already once.
Where? Where the hell are they?
There it is. The king of wishful thinking. You are the king of wishful thinking.
Was this in the Pretty Woman soundtrack?
Was it?
John from Mayfair says that was in the soundtrack.
Brian Wagner. Tony works out on his Tony Little Gazelle Strider to this song.
Exactly right.
Remember that thing?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Wasn't he the one that had the long ponytail?
I don't remember, Robin.
Yes, Tony Gazelle. He had a ponytail.
You think I remember that stuff, Robin?
I do.
Now, anybody in a knocker room? Now, where is Heather?
She's coming.
We told Heather we start at 7 o'clock.
She has a serious problem being late here.
I hate to do it to her.
I know. We're going to have to give her another one when she gets here.
Wait a minute.
I am pissed off.
Harry Mays is pissed off. Now he's back on 97.5. A lot of people were telling me this week. Harry's still popular. He's out there.
We want to thank AJ in San Antonio for sending us a beautiful tip on the Cash App through X. On X, if you are on X.
We have a Cash App?
On Tony Bruno's handle, there's a little $sign. Click on that, and you can send us tips through there. You can send us tips through No Filter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that there's a tip thing on
Everybody in the club getting tips.
YouTube and Facebook don't have tips. That's an outrage.
Yeah, Harry Mays on with Johnny Marks.
Yeah.
I think he does like one day a week with him.
You see who that is?
Yeah, that's a great Greg Sutton.
I know.
Gregory Sutton used to come over there to the Jug Handle Inn.
I know he
when
did.
we were doing the grape Gatorades.
And having the Tony Bruno sauce. I think he might have even been there the day
night that it was invented.
That the Tony Bruno sauce was invented.
Exactly.
And honestly, it is their most popular sauce. Why are we not getting a cut of that?
I don't know, Robin.
That's an outrage.
I don't mind. I mean, hey, listen, anybody names a wing sauce after you, you got to be, I'm not one of these guys, you better pay me for it.
Well, they are sponsoring your segment
Yes, on
WPHT,
1210 WPHT, and I'm grateful for that. And a lot of people who've been there know it's like an old school regular bar. You know what I mean? It's not like the Chili's and all those other big joints. It's a fun place. The bartenders are friendly. The people are in there, the bartenders are good-looking women, and they're great, and everybody has a good time in there. You know what I'm saying? The Brian Wagner says the Aton Sanders sauce sucks. Say that fast 5 times.
Just try that again. Hey, Tony, do you want to start on a glass of wine while I'm...
Yeah, I mean, we're 48 minutes into the first show back.
Such an
I haven't had alcohol in weeks, so that means I'm going to be drunk before Robin. Correct. I don't know if that's possible, but... So we're supposed to have wine tonight?
You had a beer yesterday.
That's why. You know why?
Because of Heather.
Because Heather was here, and we opened a cold Yingling Flight, which is the low-carb one.
Correct.
But we need wine, Robin. We need wine.
I will get some.
Joe Quill says the Al Morgani sauce smelled like a nasty locker room in the National Hockey League. No, we don't have any bro ice tonight. Drunk before Robin is as good as the Cowboys sell the secondary. Coming up, we'll have another great audio clip from 1989. And, the great Jim from Cheltenham, he usually gets all the clips, and he has all this stuff in his archives. And he has a YouTube channel, and you can go in there and hear all of his stuff. But there's another classic moment that happened on this date. Do you remember what it was? October 17th, 1989. How many years ago was that? What kind of wine are we pouring tonight, Robin? Is this cheap box wine? It's cheap bottle wine. We got our wine fridge now, finally. 36 years ago today. Do you remember what happened on this night? 36 years ago? Robin was even a little kid back then. Robin, how old were you in 1989? You looking for my drumstick still? How can they be lost in that room? How can they be lost? Damn it. All right, anyway, let's get it back to the show here. Of course, This past week, we also lost a legendary rock and roll legend, Ace Frehley. Ace Frehley, of course, if a lot of people were up and down on Kiss. Kiss. Let's give Kiss. You got to give them credit. They did the thing with the makeup, and then they were a legit. They're rock and roll Hall of Famers. A lot of people didn't like when they did the makeup, and then they went without makeup, and then they came back, and then they. But Ace Frehley. Oh, there they are. Thank you, Robin. These are my Sam Ash specials. Yes. Still sound good, Robin. No termites in here, at least. So Ace Frehley, he was the founding father. He's the guy who came up with the whole KISS concept, the group.
Was he the one that came up with putting makeup on and everything?
Yes.
Too?
So he was the spaceman. So the original guys, Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, Peter Criss, and Ace Frehley, they all say that he was the guy who came up with the names. He was the spaceman, and then they had different names for the players. Then he left the band. He started the band in 73, was there till 1982, then left, and then came back for another tour later on in his career. He was on 11 albums. He played lead guitar on 11 different albums, Robin. And the sad story is 74 years old, and you're saying, oh, was it cancer? What happened? And the sad reality here is, and this is what scares people in my age group, because I saw members of my family, I saw my mom fall and break her femur. My sister fell. My two brothers-in-law fell down, and that led to their eventual demise. Because when you're in your 70s or late 70s and you fall and you break a major bone, I'm not saying you're going to die, but I'm saying if you hit your head, like Ace Frehley actually fell in September last month.
He fell downstairs, right?
I don't know if he fell downstairs, but he fell, he hit his head, and he suffered an intracranial hemorrhage, which is basically a brain bleed, where your brain starts to bleed, and then they put you on a ventilator. So he was on a ventilator for weeks, and then finally the family removed him, and he passed away at the age of 74 yesterday. Unbelievable. And so that's, as people get older, that was my biggest fear when I was weak and I couldn't get up and walk around.
Oh.
When I was going through my early bouts.
He was involved in a crash.
He was?
Yeah.
I know he hit his head, though.
Yes, but he was involved in a crash. So that
a car crash?
Yes. That's what it's saying here. But anyway,
but he died because he hit his head and had brain bleed, and they put him on a ventilator.
Right. But no, it is.
It wasn't like he's, what's his name, the other wacko who was with his brother driving around and crashing into trees up in Long Island.
Baldwin brothers.
The Baldwin brothers. Although Billy's the good guy. The other one is this rapper.
He was in the car with Steven.
Stephen Baldwin. Yeah, Stephen Baldwin's the good Baldwin brother.
Billy's he's crazy too.
Hey, you know what happens? Some families, there's one sane one and then there's a couple of whack ones.
Which one are you in the family, Tony?
I'm the man. I have two sisters. I was the man of the house at age 11, Robin.
I'm not talking about male, female. I'm talking crazy or sane.
I'm probably the craziest.
Yeah. I'll probably give you that. By the way, we were talking about wine.
Let me see this.
This is cheap wine. This is from Aldi. If you have an Aldi by you.
But they don't sell wine at all Aldis, do they?
Well, if you're allowed to sell wine in a grocery store in a state, then you are allowed to sell it at Aldi. So that's the only restriction. If you live in a state where they don't sell it.
Like Pennsylvania? Yeah. Well, Pennsylvania is actually starting to sell wine. Remember not that long ago, Pennsylvania was selling wine on Sundays out of vending machines? Remember that? Yes.
I remember that.
Pennsylvania was not selling. I mean, it was one of the last states with the most archaic blue laws, right? You're thinking Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh. Pennsylvania had archaic.
Well,
archaic.
So I have to. This is just a little tip from Miss Robin.
For just a second,
because it used to be that $2 Chuck was the cheapest, pretty good wine you could get, and then they sold $2 Chuck to some company, and it tasted like shit. It was awful. And the price went up as well. This now is the cheapest.
How much is that baby right there, Robin?
Guess.
I don't know.
It's an Aldi.
$5?
$4.99.
$4.99? Are you out of your mind?
$4.99.
And it's California heritage. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all stand as one as we welcome her in. Here she is, ladies and gentlemen.
She's not on camera yet.
our new
Have a
best
seat.
friend.
Have a seat right
Have
there.
a seat there, ladies and gentlemen. The great.
We are best friends.
Now put the damn headsets. Now you know how to do this. You do your own podcast. Put the headsets
Put the
on, ladies
headset
and
on.
gentlemen. Let me make sure she's on camera here. Let me give her a roaring round of applause. She's a Philly homegirl. Robin, adjust that camera.
No,
there
that's
she is.
I needed her to sit down first.
And
before I
she's
get her.
beautiful, and she's one of the
Thank you.
nicest people. We met her by accident.
Yep.
Yep.
Tell people how we met you here. You're from Philly.
Yep.
Right?
West Philadelphia, born and raised.
And you come walking by our house one day, right, with a friend.
Yep.
And the house was still under construction.
Yeah.
And then you're like, wow. And then Robin said, would you like to come in and see the house,
Yeah.
right?
I
And-
think this was April.
Yeah,
maybe?
this was a while ago.
Yeah, it was. Wow.
Yes.
So now we besties.
We are besties.
Ooh.
Careful.
Ooh.
Okay.
Sorry.
Wait a minute. You didn't even
Don't-
have a
don't
wine
lean too-
yet.
No, that's my fault.
No,
I
that's
didn't
because I
warn her.
leaned on it.
She
I'm not
leaned
gonna
on
lean
it.
on it. I don't need
Why?
to.
There's no thing under there?
There is.
Well,
but
Heather's
the-
under there, but there's no thing under there.
But the little clips we had taken off, and I obviously need to put those little clips back on so that doesn't.
I'm okay. Yes, I met these wonderful people, and we have not stopped since.
Absolutely.
Correct.
No. When you move into a new place and you meet new people, obviously our family's all over the place in Maryland, in California, in Philly. So, you don't give up your roots. I mean, you're a Philly girl. You didn't
Yep.
give up your roots. You just went back there last weekend, right?
I did. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So how did you move to Southwest Florida from Philly?
Well, I moved my mother with me about 4 years ago. And one day I just looked at her and I said, Mom, you want to go somewhere warm? You want to move to Florida? She said, hell yeah. And that's all she wrote. Here we are.
AJ in San Antonio. Heather was late, but still showed up sooner than Tony returns a text.
Exactly right. Yes.
That is true. That is true.
That's funny.
So yeah, so we hadn't moved in yet. The house was still under construction. Didn't even have drywall yet. I don't
No.
think, right? Yeah.
No.
It was like bare bones, and
But
we were
my
out-
Dominic Cephalone is on tonight.
Yes.
Another one of Robin's great friends.
Yes.
Went to school with him in California.
High school.
He went to high school
he
in
was here
California.
first.
He moved to Florida.
Okay.
And then when we moved down here, we hooked up and we met them, and they're friends.
Yeah, with his lovely wife, Dawn. Anyway, we were out front. I forget, we were doing something, and Heather noticed that I was wearing an Eagles shirt.
Yes.
And she goes, are you from Philly? And I said, well, I'm not technically, but, and then that's how it all happened.
Yes.
Exactly.
And now you're literally around the block.
Literally.
Yeah,
around the
walking
block.
distance.
And I come over here a whole lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
You even have you technically have your own bedroom, although there's a lot of people that take claim to that bedroom.
Exactly
But-
right.
But
Now
yeah.
everybody's noticing how beautiful Heather is. Heather is
Oh,
a
thank
sex.
you.
She's got how many PhDs you have?
I just have one, but I have 2 master's degree and a PhD.
2 master's degree and a PhD.
Yes.
Yes.
And she's got a great Jeep. And what does it say on your Jeep? She's got a pink Jeep.
Jeep Queen.
Jeep Queen.
Uh-huh.
But
Yep.
you're a sex therapist,
I
right?
am. I'm a sex
But that's only
therapist.
one of, I mean, you are a therapist that
Yes.
also specializes in sex therapy.
Yep.
But it's family therapy, marriage therapy, like all
Couples therapy.
couples,
So
yeah.
I am a psychotherapist, right?
Right.
But when you
Well, I'm a psycho, so I mean that's why we hooked up and we met and we
That's
become great
right.
friends.
That's why we get along so good, right?
We all need a little help.
Don't we? Shoot.
I'm going to sign Tony up tomorrow.
I got to play some of this right now because I'm feeling like we're in the club right now. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, Heather, while I'm thinking of it, we are drinking wine, but I know you can't drink this wine.
I
Would
didn't
you
bring
like
mine.
You didn't bring yours? Would you? I have the tequila in the fridge if you want some of that.
I mean, I would take a beer.
A beer?
Well, wait a minute. I mean, how is this wine? Is it
It's cheap shit, but it's all right.
Yeah, I don't want to itch.
It's
okay.
not. It's fine. It's
think
actually
I'm
It's
really
Aldi wine.
Yeah.
I
It's good.
It's not bad. You'll like it.
Maybe beer. I just don't want to start itching. You know?
Yeah.
Itching from wine?
get you a
Yeah, the tannins and the wine.
Tannins?
Yeah.
By the way, my tannin's still looking pretty good,
Yes.
but yeah.
You do. You actually got a good tan.
That's because I'm outside all the time.
Yeah.
Now that I'm, up and around again. We went over to Heather's house today, gave her our dryer, hooked it up today. You had to be impressed with my skills as far as
I'm
fixing
always
things.
impressed with your skills fixing stuff.
Put the dryer,
you're like
took
a
all the
jack of
electric,
all trades.
took the wiring apart, had to rewire it in the back of yours, and put that baby in there so you and your mom can have a
Yep.
beautiful dryer that works for a change.
I don't know if people know this about you, but they may. You are a perfectionist.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
I actually recognize that today.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a perfect. I'm not. I don't. I like to work on things. People
you
have
want it
watched
to
us
get
build our
perfect.
houses. It's funny when we post videos of like sports and stuff. Nobody gives a shit. But when we were posting videos of us rehabbing our home in South Philly, that got more views than anything because people like, oh, he's a radio and TV guy. What does he know? He didn't know jack shit. But then they say, wow, they saw Robin and I tearing stuff down and building our kitchens. And they watched us with this. We didn't do any of the construction, but we did a lot of, Robin did all the decorating, the designing of this place. And so,
y'all did a lot though. Like put stuff together, like the vanity and the like stuff like, man, you putting together a whole backyard.
Damn right. Now, our good friend Princess Schneewitchen says Tony Bruno's new favorite snack, and she has a picture of it. That's exactly what it is, Heather. Remember those babies?
Oh, those are delicious.
The King's
They're
Hawaiian
delicious.
soft pretzel bites.
They're dangerous.
Original Hawaiian sweet.
Yeah, remember we
They
got
are
the 2 for
dangerous.
1. Tony ate the entire thing on the
I ate the entire second box.
That's all right.
You can't stop eating those things.
You should have told me. I would have got some more today.
They're probably not buy one, get one right now. They're
No.
probably like
Probably
$7.
Probably.
That's the thing about, Publix is expensive. But if you get a buy one, get one, and you get 2 of them for $7, then you're saying, yeah, that's not bad. You know what I mean? Yeah. By the way, it is King. Now, are you doing the Kings, No Kings march tomorrow? Because I got my Don King picture here, and then I'm trying to think of famous kings. Now, this is, you're getting texts from people saying to you, hey, are you ready to donate? Here it is.
No.
I keep getting all these on my phone. Where is it here?
Spam.
No King's Day is tomorrow. Will you help make it the biggest day of protest ever? Donate here. Donate for what? You want to go out and protest, go ahead. You have a right to do it. Yeah. Why do you want me to send you money? For what? I don't even buy myself good shoes to go walking and hiking. I'm going to send you money so you can go protest. We don't have a king in this country. We have King Kong. We have Don King.
If we had a king, you would not be able to protest.
Yeah. We have Evelyn Champagne King, which we played, another great jam from back in the day. Remember that song, Shame?
Yes.
Shame.
Yes.
And then we played The King of Wishful Thinking also. Remember that song?
Yes.
That was from Go West.
Go West. Go West, young man.
Exactly. I did. No, I went west, and then I came back and went south down here in Florida.
Cheers.
Now, Tony, I know that you mentioned it briefly,
Yes.
but I had gotten up to get you your drumsticks.
Yes.
But back on this day in 1989.
I know I mentioned it. What
you
happened?
mentioned it.
You remember?
I very much
How
remember.
old were you in 1989, Robin?
I was 19.
Robin, how do you not know how old you were in 1989?
I just told you.
I don't know how old I was. Shoot.
The reason why I know is I wasn't married yet.
Right.
It was before I got married. I just come back. Actually, I might have been 20.
But you were
already.
living in the Bay Area.
I just literally, I was back from Guam for maybe 2 weeks.
So you're living in San Francisco, actually right outside of San Francisco.
Yeah, I was at my mom's house with my then fiance, future husband. We were staying at my mom while we were still looking for a place to live. We'd been living in Guam for a year. And
Did it tip over if you walked too far to the one side of the
you had
island?
to be real careful.
Okay.
He was working in a new job up in San Francisco in the Ocean District. So he was right on the bay.
And remember, back then it was Candlestick Park where the
Right.
Giants played, and then the Oakland A's were right across the bay
And
in Oakland at the Alameda County Coliseum, which
Now-
wasn't a dump yet at that point in 1989.
I was not watching the game. I was actually at my mom's house. My grandmother was there, and my friend Laura Flair was there.
And this is the night that the Game 3 of the World Series in 1989, Giants against. And so we have the tape. This was on ABC, and Al Michaels, legendary broadcaster, he was doing the World Series games back in the 80s for ABC.
Mm-hmm.
And the game was being played. The game was already underway.
Correct.
So we have the tape. This is October 17th, 36 years ago tonight, Game 3 of the World Series, and then the Loma Prieta earthquake hits during the game. But the game was underway, and this is how it actually sounded on ABC television that night.
Flash forward to the bottom of the fourth inning. Dave Parker barely, by inches, just misses a home run. Candy Maldonado with the hesitation, allowing Jose Canseco to score, and he fails to get Dave Parker at second base, so the Oakland A's take.
I'll tell you what, we're having an
This was actually on the air.
Yeah, it was dead air for a little bit.
And now you'll hear Al Michaels.
And then you're going to hear just audio only because they didn't get their video feedback.
Well, Al Michaels doesn't know what's going on. Listen.
Well, I don't know if we're on the air. We are in commercial, I guess. Yes, we hear you. I guess I don't hear a thing. I guess Dave Parker. Well, I don't know if we're on the air or not, and I'm not sure I care at this particular moment, but we are. Well, folks, that's the greatest open in the history of television, bar none. Yes, it certainly did. We're still here. We are still, as we can tell, on the air, and I guess you are hearing us, even though we have no picture and no return audio, and we will be back, we hope, from San Francisco in just a moment.
So that stuff before it was the pregame stuff, and they were showing, because obviously Dave Parker wasn't playing for the Giants or the Oakland A's. They showed some Jose Canseco, and then that's what happened. And I remember back in 89, because I was on the air. How old was I in 89? Let's see, 52, 62, 72,
me crap.
82.
I was 15.
You were 15? So let's see. If I was 52, 62, 72, 82, and then 7, I was 37 years old.
Yeah.
37. And it was 36 years ago tonight. Coincidence?
Now, as that happened, what was happening in and around the Bay Area, the 880, which was a double-decker freeway.
Right. Which is the old Bay Bridge.
Which was, no, the Bay Bridge.
No, the Bay Bridge.
Yeah, the Bay Bridge also did a partial collapse.
Right.
And then some cars fell in the ocean.
Oh.
In the bay.
And then the 880, which had northbound on top, southbound on the bottom, that a whole section of it sandwiched and killed
I remember
a ton
it
of
vividly.
people. And then where my husband's office was, a fiance at the time, they had gas line breaks, and there was fires all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
There was a bunch of buildings that were brick that fell and collapsed. I mean, there was a lot that happened in that earthquake.
And remember now, when I moved to L.A. in 2000, we had earthquakes every day.
Yeah.
But after that earthquake in 89, any building in San Francisco, California, anywhere on the earthquake on the fault line, all the buildings had to be built with like springs underneath them. Like the place on my house in Venice, that was built after the earthquake, obviously, in 2000. And what they did is when they would build them on the concrete slab, they would put these springs in it.
Yeah.
So if there was any kind of movement, the houses wouldn't collapse. So that's why you're seeing, thank God, with all of the technology since then, there's earthquakes all the time, minor ones. But that's the last major earthquake in this country.
There was several reasons why that earthquake caused as much damage. The initial shocks were really, really strong. I think it was 7.3. And it also then had continuous. So it lasted for something like 40 seconds or something like that, and it was rolling. So the initial shocks were like brom, 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 and then it just kept going, and it was like riding a wave. I was, like I said, down in Menlo Park with my mom, and at my mom's house, and the first initial shocks, they were hard, but we'd been through earthquakes before. No big deal, right? But it kept going and it kept going and it kept going. It seemed, I think it was 40 seconds, maybe 30, but it seemed like it was an hour.
Oh, yeah.
And I literally felt like the house underneath me lifted up 6 feet. Like it was just like, it was like this roll. And I could, everything came off of the walls. All my mom's artwork, the stuff was crashing in the kitchen. My grandmother was in the room, and she fell down, and I was screaming at my girlfriend who was in the kitchen to get out of the kitchen. We were both crawling. You couldn't walk. We were crawling, and I said, get into the doorway, get into the doorway. I crawled, and I dragged my grandmother into the doorway so that she wasn't, because my mom has 3 million bookshelves and bookcases with all these, I mean, and that's what all I could think of was my grandmother was going to get buried under books.
Well, that's a good way to go. I mean,
Ugh.
you're going to go.
Not really.
I'm glad you dragged her to safety.
So anyway, I mean, we remember it vividly.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't believe it's 36 years ago tonight. And we got baseball going on tonight, too, and a close game so far. A lot of blowouts in these championship series. Now, what's going on? Is Bisa still there, or is she at the parade? Now, you haven't met Bisa.
Hold on. We lost our
Our no filter feed?
Yeah.
How did we lose it?
I don't know.
Damn it, Robin.
By
the way, we didn't even clink glasses here tonight.
That was bizarre. Okay. Are we back?
Is Bisa there?
We were talking about the earthquake, and then all of a sudden we lost no filter.
We're back.
But we're
Okay.
back. That
All
was
right.
really bizarre. I don't know exactly. Hold on a second. So Brian said that I was 6 in 89, and then AJ in San Antonio said I lost the show.
And we're back now. And Bisa, are you up? You're on there. You back out there in Las Vegas? She back in the studio?
I don't know if she might have been kicked off as well.
Because we met Bisa at the Super Bowl in Las Vegas 2 years ago.
Yes.
And she was a student out there going to school.
Mm-hmm.
And she wanted to learn the business. And so we had her at Radio Row, and she was awesome. Great intern. She wanted to know broadcasting. Not being on the air broadcasting, but she was talking about editing and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
And so she was great. And we became friends, and she was doing stuff on when they had the Tony Bruno Sports Network. And now Robin has her, helping to produce the show from Las Vegas. So she's the one who takes the people in the knocker room where we could put people on the air. Now, is anybody in the knocker room? That's what we have to find out.
Let's see.
So that's the advantage of this no filter thing, because you just can't dial into it. You have to join, but you don't have to pay for it. Nofilter.net. Go in there, create an account. Again, no personal information, no credit cards. It doesn't cost you a cent. But you have to be registered, and then you get in to the show. You can be on you can comment on the board, and then if you want to be on the air, you can then just knock, and just like James Siciliano, Jim from Cheltenham, gets his camera on, and then he comes onto the show, and he's not only, you can hear him, you can see him with his beautiful hair, the great Jim from Cheltenham, another Philly area great. Jim, how are you tonight, buddy?
Feeling better?
Much better, thank you.
Well, we lost the power for a little bit, for about a couple of minutes. We lost the power.
You lost power?
No, here.
Oh, we didn't lose any electricity.
lose
We
it.
just lost the feed.
I don't know. The stream just suddenly. We were talking about an earthquake, and apparently, No Filter tried to show everybody what it felt like.
By the way, our good friend Joey B. from Fort Collins, Colorado, checking in tonight. So people listening all over the country, all over the world, we welcome everybody back. And we're going to be doing this all the time now until I either fall ill again or die. Then I believe I will have to stop. Or I could be do it from heaven or hell, wherever the hell I go. You know what I'm saying?
I know. Well, this month is like a sad moment. 26 years ago this month, Wilt Chamberlain passed away.
Yeah, I know. October, I mean, we talked about it earlier. We had the the classic, the Miami Hurricanes, Florida International University brawl at the Orange Bowl in Miami, back with the legendary Lamar Thomas saying, "You come into our house, you should get your behind whooped." Now you remember that classic scene. I had Lamar Thomas on. I had Lamar Thomas on the air talking about it right after it happened.
Yeah, I remember that. Yes. Well, he did his last interview he did with Comcast Sportsnet, I think in May of '99, and it was on there. And then for some reason, it has been seen in 26 years. But I taped it, so I just put it up on YouTube for everybody to watch. That's
So Wilt Chamberlain died in what day in October was it?
October 12th.
I'm not sure. I have to look it up.
Yeah, but they did an interview for Comcast Sportsnet.
Right.
The whole crew went to California to do it there, and it was not. Then it was one that hasn't been seen in 26 years. But I did tape it, so I just released it on YouTube. Anybody want to watch that?
Yes, it was October 12th, 1999. He was
1999. So we had 89. You had the earthquake, and then in 1996 or 99.
99 was Wilt Chamberlain.
1999, Wilt Chamberlain passed away. To me, the greatest basketball player ever to live. And there's a lot of great players. And not because I'm a Philly guy, Wilt Chamberlain changed the game. Now, there are other players who came in and did a lot. I mean, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird.
Well, they had to change the lane.
They had to change the rules because of Wilt Chamberlain.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I taped the interview, and I just released it on YouTube. You go to
Now, you have a YouTube channel. What is that so people can go see not only...
Right now, you go there, you can see, you put down Wilt Chamberlain interview 1999, and they'll have the interview there and a lot of stuff I put together what day he passed away.
So now this is your channel, Jim from Cheltenham, but it's, what is it,
JJS Archives.
JJS Archives is the YouTube channel. So you not only have stuff of he has more of my interviews and my moments in radio than I have. I don't have anything in my career. Jim tapes radio shows. He tapes classic moments in sports, and he's our official archivist. I mean, when I build the Tony Bruno library on an empty lot here in Cape Coral, if I can get a lot for like $3,000, I'll put the Tony Bruno library right here, and then you can all come down. So now you're going to play some of this. So go to JJS Archives on YouTube, and you can see all of the great things that Jim has recorded and posted.
Watch Wilt Chamberlain thing, just write in Wilt Chamberlain interview 1999, and you should go right to there. And you'll see a lot of little circle that says J in it. You hit that, then you'll get all the other shows.
Wait, I'm not seeing JJS
Archives
no.
on YouTube.
Why am I not finding it? I'm on YouTube.
Well, we have some trouble. It's some trouble with YouTube. We have so many. There's so many JJS archives. They're getting them all mixed. We have some problem.
Yeah.
But if you write in Wilt Chamberlain interview 1999, you'll then pick up everything.
All right, we will have to hear that. Now, are you going to play a clip from it?
No, I won't clip from there. This month is also the 20th anniversary of 950 WPN. As you knew, you did the first show on the network.
Yeah, we just recently had the anniversary. Somebody sent me a clip of it, of WCAU signing off the air when I was doing the morning show there and Frank Rizzo was doing the afternoon show, and it was in the newspaper. Somebody sent me the clip because it's in the archives as well from the Philadelphia Bulletin or one of the local newspapers, the day WCAU died. And so I was on the air that morning doing the morning show, and then CBS pulled the plug and then simulcast Oldies 98 on both AM and FM, and they did that for a couple of years before they came back on the air and went back to talk radio and news talk. So all of that stuff has been going on. By the way, our buddy Penguin AZ is checking in tonight, too. A lot of stuff going on. October's a wild month. I mean, a lot of Librans out there. My two sisters were born in October. My ex-wife's birthday today, October. What's with Libra, Robin?
I don't know.
Sister.
Your sisters are Librans?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Jim, do you have a clip for us tonight?
Yes. This is a clip of I've got a lot of emails. A lot of people want to hear this clip. I haven't played it maybe in 5 years. This is when we were on 97.5 with Harry Mays, and you were doing this crossover with Mr. Nelly, and he used to rip you every day. And
I went off on him?
Yeah, this day you were coming home. You were in the weekend. You were in Los Angeles. You took the red eye home. You're really tired.
Mhm.
You did your show, and then he starts ripping you, and you had enough of him.
Oh yeah, I was shocked because I came back and we were at Tony Luke's.
Yep.
We were doing the show live at Tony Luke's on Oregon Avenue. I had flown in from California
On a red eye.
On a red eye, went right to Tony Luke's. That Tony was making me like forget about cheesesteaks at that hour. I was getting like eggs and
Yeah.
scrambled eggs
And
with
peppers.
and peppers and eggs on a roll, on a hoagie roll.
Yum.
God, they're so good. Peppers and eggs is a great breakfast sandwich.
Yes.
We got to start making those down here. Not steak and eggs, no. Yes, so now this is me after we do a show with Harry Mays.
As soon as you hear the clip, you're going to hear you and Harry breaking down the clip. Is pretty funny.
Okay, let's go to the tape. This is, what year was this now, Jim?
Well, it originally was 2012, but the station replayed it in 2013 on the anniversary day of the station.
God.
I can't keep track. I don't even know what year it is now. Let's go back to that great time.
Let's go. Oh, wait a minute.
People are asking for some great Pat O'Brien back and forth back on Fox Radio.
I freeze it, and sometimes it comes off by mistake. Oh, wait 1 minute.
Jim's got beautiful hair, doesn't he? He's got beautiful hair.
Oh, jeez.
Jim, is this on reel to reel? What do you have this tape?
I put the CD on pause, and unfortunately, I had to pause on too much.
You got it on a CD? Do you have
I originally had a CD, and I edited it down, put it on a blank CD for this show, and then it comes on. But sometimes you have to pause on too long.
What did he say? I'll read you the text right here.
So, okay. Here's how it says.
What did he say? I'll read
Here
you
you
the
go.
text right here.
He said,
I
don't know about a number one.
He wrote, not a number one. Look what McNabb went for.
Okay, so there, not a number one. What don't you understand about that part?
But I don't know if that's been offered. That was his opinion, not facts yet.
Well, you said you would bet me any amount of money. Did you say that yesterday?
Yes, I would.
Any amount of money.
And I will
Your
find out.
expert, Jay Glazer, says not a number one. But
And
that's
what
not,
time is it right now, Mike? It's 2:05. Before this day is over, Jay Glazer would have contacted teams to see what's been out there, what's been talked about.
You're such a welcher.
I'm not a welcher. I'm telling you
Welch.
right now that there are teams. If you're a team and you're desperate for a quarterback, are you going to say, I'm going to try to get Andrew Luck with the first pick in the draft, a guy who may or may not be able to play at the NFL, or I'm going to take a known commodity, Michael Vick, and offer a deal for that? Why wouldn't you do that? If you're a desperate team.
And Alice is in Wonderland, too.
Did A.J. Feely not command a number 2 draft pick from a desperate Miami Dolphins team? Do you like to use facts, Mike? Do you use facts in your arguments? Or you just go on the air and just think you're smarter than everybody? Because you're not, sucker. So get off my back today, Mike. I'm not going to tolerate your crap.
Give it up.
Wow. I'm not going to tolerate your crap today.
So get your facts straight.
Wow, did I do it twice? I don't even remember that.
There was a buildup, and it happened quickly.
I know. I was weird. You know why? Because I hadn't slept. I was in L.A. I flew in overnight. It was early in the morning, and it just built. It was like, well, it was 2 o'clock here, but it was still early to me.
Right.
And I apologize for that. That was uncalled for. I didn't realize I dropped it twice.
Yeah, I think you
Did
dropping
you play it again? Or
No, that is included in the clip.
I said it twice?
That's raw. Yes. That's raw and uncut audio.
Raw. Real.
Not Monday Night Raw.
We keep it raw. We keep it real here, Harry. Normally I would give myself a bump to bump, but you know what? I give myself a roaring laugh. That's pretty good.
There you go, Tony.
Wow, that's awesome, Jim. That is so awesome.
Now, Tony, I don't even remember.
For that. People email me and play that clip, so we play it.
I got to get that clip again as I'm not tolerating your crap today and put it in my machine.
Yeah, I know. I think I have it somewhere. Now, Tony, were you, after all this time, were you correct in your statement?
I don't remember, Robin.
I was wondering.
I don't remember what happened last week. You think I remember what happened in 2012?
But it was funny. I could hear in your voice when it
Oh,
started.
I was
to
pissed
escalate.
off.
Like you were fine, and then he kept egging you.
Yeah.
He kept egging you on, and then I could hear it escalate. It went from 0 to 60
Oh, yeah.
real fast.
I'm telling you, if he was right there, I would have kicked his ass.
I know.
I would have taken him right out on Oregon Avenue and curb stomped that sucker. You don't play that shit in South Philly. He's one of them suburban guys out there in Ardmore in the main line.
And I believe
He's not a downtown guy. He's not a South Philly bro. You know what I'm saying? Heather, you know what I'm talking about, right?
I know what you're saying.
I mean, are you going to take a guy from South Philly, a street guy who grew up in the hood, or take some punk, rich, white dude from the suburbs in Ardmore?
And Princeton.
Now,
He didn't go to Princeton.
No, but he lived up there.
No, he didn't live in Princeton.
Up around there, yeah.
No, he didn't. He lived in Bristol, up in Bristol. That's where he grew up. What's the matter with you, Robin?
I thought there was
Have you been
something-
drinking?
Now they replaced him with John Marks.
I know. It's amazing. I don't know how many people have gone back to W97.5 more. I was back there twice or three times. Harry Mays has been there like 4 times. Mike Missinelli went there twice.
Oh, many more than that.
What,
man.
2 or 3 times?
Yeah.
Well, I knew the first week he came back, so I only don't call the station up that anymore. But I did call up that day to say hello to John because I knew him when he was an intern there.
Right, exactly.
So I call up and he sees my name on the board. He says, "When we come back from a commercial, we're going to hear from Jim from Cheltenham, the official archives of the Tony Bruno Show."
Yeah, I didn't hear that day, but I heard everybody was on Jose. Jose reappeared.
The next day, Harry on the show.
Jose reappeared. Wow. How about that?
Well, Jim, everybody loves hearing it. So we appreciate it as always when you bring stuff.
That's good. Look, I'm having this all with you two right now with my clips, but you put the title in there, it'll show up.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks so much, Jim.
Thanks, Jim. Really appreciate it. Thanks for calling in last week with Robin.
Tony.
I appreciate that. You did a great
yourself,
job.
Tony.
Thanks, man. Thanks, Jim. The great Jim from Cheltenham. Let me give him a roaring round of applause.
Bye, Jim.
Now,
Gotta give him one. Give him a roaring
Joey
round.
B, who's in the background? That ain't Luigi. Who's the hottie in the room with Tony and Robin?
That's our girl right here.
That is the fabulous Dr. Heather.
Dr. Heather.
Dr. Heather.
Hottie? Oh, I'm flattered.
She's got some great tattoos. She's got some great tats.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. One of my favorite is our vulva.
Yeah, did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
Can we put that up to the camera? Because you always show people that. You didn't have to tell it right away. Put that up to the
that's
camera
true.
there
I shouldn't have.
and show people what that
Here,
is and see
put
if
it
they
right
can
in front of here.
understand. Now you know how to do this. Now you do podcasts.
You know
You're
what?
on.
We should have gave
You're
a
on
prize for the
TV.
person who got it right.
I know you had to release it. We would have given a prize.
Send us some lube.
Lube.
And can you see what that is?
See?
What is that?
Now, if you saw that, well, except now people know. So it's.
Yeah, they know.
Yeah.
Look at it really close.
See,
I knew
people
right
think
away.
it's not a vagina, it's a vulva.
Yes.
You see the clitoris is right here.
You're not getting this kind of scientific sexual
Here's the
knowledge
outer
anywhere.
labia.
Uh-huh.
Inner labia here. Outer labia's here. The vaginal opening, the clitoris. Look how beautiful. Isn't
And
this
no,
a
you cannot
beautiful
see the
tattoo?
G spot. That's the problem.
No, because honestly, it's not a spot at
Yeah,
all.
it's an
And just
area.
remember one thing as you're looking at the vulva on the beautiful Heather's arm or forearm or wrist area. Just remember one thing. Robin,
Oh, I did have it turned on off because
remember this. This is all you need to know.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
It's simple. That's science. That's science.
even a 3-year-old, 4-year-old
Yes.
knows it.
Girls have a vulva.
Exactly. It's not a vagina. The vagina is internal. The vulva is the outside, not a
It is-
volvo.
It is a
That's different.
misnomer that everybody in the world is calling it
A vagina.
a vagina. It is actually a vagina is part of
The vulva.
the vulva.
See
But
what
it's
you
the
learn on
reason
this
why,
show?
though.
This isn't just a stupid sports and fun show. This is about sex, education,
That's right.
science, technology. Come on.
Yeah, that's how come.
We bring in registered sex therapists in the show.
That's
You know how much you'd
why-
have to pay to get any kind of information from a woman of this talent and education?
That is why Miss Robin and Dr. Heather are going to have a spin-off show from the Tony Bruno show.
Really?
Yeah, we're going to have a spin-off show.
Oh, like Dr. Ruth?
Yes.
Dr. Ruth?
Yep. And
I got to find my Dr. Ruth. When I was working in New York back in the 80s, And I used to listen to WYNY on Saturday nights. I was doing updates in New York, and then I would go to the train and go back to Philly. And Dr. Ruth was on 97 WYNY on Saturday nights, and she was taking phone calls. And it was one of the greatest sex phone calls ever.
Oh, it was awesome.
Because it was a young woman, not a child.
They were all awesome.
No, but this one especially. This one was legendary. It was a woman, and I think the woman calling in was joking around with her, but she asked, she said, Dr. Ruth, I'm about to be married, and my boyfriend, my fiance, he wants me to perform oral. I'm not making this up. He wants me to perform oral sex on him, and I don't know how to do it. Can you explain to me so I don't disappoint him so we can get married? And then she proceeds to talk about how you start. First, you have to touch it, and then you start at the shaft, and you go lick up nice and slow, and then you go back down. I'm not making this up. It is one of the greatest explanations. And Dr. Ruth was dead serious. She was telling her how to do it, just like Dr. Heather would explain the vulva, and she had a tattoo on it, so it's like a visual aid, right?
WYNY.
WYNY, Dr. Ruth.
Hold on, I might
New
have
York.
actually. I might.
So I have a
maybe?
puppet. Her name is Dr. Vulva.
You have a Dr. Vulva part? You're going to bring it into the
Bring
show?
it one day. Yep.
Oh, how come I haven't seen Dr. Vulva?
Could this have been August 28th, 1988?
Maybe. I was in New York in the 80s, yeah. Is this the one where she gives a blowjob, the explanation?
It says Dr. Ruth, sexually speaking, 97.1
WYNY.
New York, August 28th, 1988.
Is this where she's telling a girl how to
I don't
perform
know.
a blowjob?
I'm going blind to
Let's
this.
go to the tape.
Let's see if this is the correct one.
People are raving about Dr. Heather. Ratings, keep her around, Tony. LOL.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, it's country back then. I didn't know she played the flute. I know she's talking about skin flute.
Hold on.
This
Wait,
is a
let me-
regular flute.
Because, as you do know, I'm terribly concerned about both aspects in terms of unwanted pregnancies and also in
Okay, what? This is
terms
2
of,
hours worth. I would have to.
No,
go
I
through
want to
this.
hear. Let me hear a little taste.
Okay, well, let me see.
disease
Let me
of
hold on.
AIDS.
Let me see.
Everybody
I'm
knew.
gonna-
But wait a moment. There might be a reason. He doesn't want to take you to a movie. He doesn't want to take you to a restaurant.
When I suggest it, no. But when he wants to do it, he expects me to jump and do it.
I see. So it's not that he doesn't want to be seen with you.
That's true. We've been seen together.
Okay, this is about. Okay.
No, I want to hear this, Robin.
Did you ever discuss that with him? Did you ever say, look, it has to be really a little bit a give and take? Sometimes when you want it, and sometimes when I want it?
I haven't discussed it to him face to face because of my work schedule, and I wrote a letter to him explaining this.
Yeah.
And he wrote back saying that living on a farm, he can't just pick up and go like I can. Well, I just can't pick up and leave anytime I want to. The only time we get to see each other is when I have the weekend off.
Okay.
These were real serious discussions with women who wanted answers. That's what Dr. Heather does.
Exactly.
But you got to pay her for that information.
I've done that on Sirius satellite radio with my mentor years ago. We took calls because it was her show.
Right.
Dr. Marilyn Volker, and she was amazing. So people would call in, and we would answer these type of questions.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
fun. Yeah. I did this in Philly
And this
too.
is exactly what the kind of show that we want to incorporate those types of phone
But you
calls.
can have fun doing it. Now,
Yes.
Dr. Ruth was serious. She didn't yuck it up.
But she laughed.
No, she was great.
She
I mean,
was-
she's a legend. Let's
she's
be
a
honest.
legend.
Dr. Ruth was the very first over-the-air sex therapist who would answer questions from anybody and wasn't afraid and didn't make it salacious. She actually
Exactly.
told a woman how to perform oral sex on her fiance.
without it being sexualized.
Yeah, now me, I would be talking about sloppy spit on that thing, all the other stuff.
That's why you don't do a show like
just
that.
spit on
Tony
that
Bruno.
thing. That would have been a hot tour girl.
To each his own, right? To each his own, though, Tony. But what Dr. Ruth also did as she aged was make sex okay.
Yes.
Aging.
Yes.
Which I appreciated because
especially right now.
Right. But even being younger, when I was younger and looking at the aging community, that's a thing. Like they have people who have sex they're 80, 90.
I know.
People still have sex when they're alive, you know.
I remember we did a story on Fox when we were still doing when we were on Fox Into the Night about the number one at the time, and it is now switched to the Villages here in Florida. But at the time, it was Sun City,
Arizona?
in Arizona,
Yeah.
which is a suburb of Phoenix, and they had the highest concentration of STDs, and it was in a senior community.
Oh,
And they
yeah.
were talking about how the police would regularly round up grandmas and grandpas in this park where they were like swapping,
Banging
and they
on,
were like,
on the picnic tables.
Yes,
It was a lot. It wasn't just there. It was all over.
Yeah.
The whole
It's like,
place,
and we did this story. We're like, okay,
Yeah.
and we like, listen, people.
But the Villages is the
We're-
worst now.
listen,
I mean,
people,
the Villages,
you
those
gotta
people are nuts over
You
there.
got to sit grandma and grandpa down and have a conversation with
You know, I actually went into a few homes and talked. You know,
Yeah.
they hired me to come in and kind of talk about things because I was like, listen, just because you're 70 doesn't mean you can't get an STD.
Right. Well, I think the problem is that in their mind, they were like, well, I can't get pregnant anymore, so I don't need to worry about it.
Yeah. But, you know, also, let's just call it Mr. So Mr.'s going into different rooms.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And the people who Mr.'s going into their rooms, they're not recognizing he's leaving that room and going 2 doors down.
Yep.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
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 And sometimes 2 and 3 doors at the same
Where
time.
else are you getting this kind of quality entertainment on the radio? You know, here I am back healthy again.
AJ
Yes, I have a
Sanantonio-
lovely speaking voice and average intelligence. And that's all you really need to do this.
AJ and San Antonio, are they still cougars in their 80s? No, they're saber-toothed tigers. They're saber-toothed.
Cougars are what now? They're in their
Cougars-
50s?
40s and 50s? Is a cougar...
I think that's relative. You know, I
Yeah.
think because if you're in your 20s and somebody's in their 40s,
Then
that
they're-
can,
yeah,
that can
then
be a
it'd be
cougar,
cougar.
right?
But I think that if you're like over 70, I think you're a saber-tooth by then.
John from Mayfair. Hey, if I'm paying $8K a month, I'm getting some bush in the nursing home. Tell you that right now.
I know that's right. Somebody asked me, what does that say? I can't see
where
it.
are you?
Dr. Heather to something.
To hock Tua or to not hock Tua?
yeah.
End the debate here tonight.
I say, what is,
You know the hock Tua girl, right?
You don't know the Hawktua girl?
no.
She became famous because
Yeah.
she was being interviewed. She was drunk, and this guy walks up and says, what do you do when you have sex? And then she says, oh, just spit on that thing.
And what
Hock
she-
Tua.
Oh.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And then she became famous
Just because she said
because
it.
she said hock Tua.
Well, you know, I'm going to say everybody has a thing. And everybody's thing is not everybody's thing.
You know the
what I
thing.
mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I always say?
Excuse me while I whip this out.
That's the way I break the ice, you know? Excuse me while I whip this out. You know what I mean?
It's funny to me, too.
Thank you, AI. The AI checking in tonight. You know what we're talking about on this show? What are we talking about, Robin?
We are talking about everything.
No, we're talking about one thing alone.
What's that?
We talking about practice. Not a game, not a game, not a game. We talking about practice.
That's right.
We talking about practice, man.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Practice.
Practice?
Yeah.
We talking about practice, man.
Yeah.
We're talking about practice. We're talking about practice. We ain't talking about the game.
No.
We're talking about practice, man.
Well,
Boom
another
shaka.
one of the great. I like to go back and then kick it some old school. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But you know, people keep asking me, Tony, now that you're 73, and you know, you're not a young spring chicken anymore. I'm not even a middle-aged guy now. I'm a senior citizen, Robin, right?
Yeah.
I'm a senior citizen.
But I think a lot of it is also like your 70 is not the same as somebody else. Like I have met now several people from your high school
Mm-hmm.
who, to me, compared to you, are like in their 90s.
Well, it depends on how
Right?
you live. Again, I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't have this lavish lifestyle. I'm pretty. I'm not a guy who
No,
goes
but
out
you,
and parties.
you have a younger
Right. Spirit
and energy.
I watched
yeah.
you get up off the floor today without aid.
Exactly right.
Right? So
Yeah.
that's, I think, what you're saying, right?
Well, it's not just that, though. It's also mental, right? I mean, I
Yeah.
think that there's a lot of mental attitude that has to do with it, too. That, well, Tony will always be like a 12-year-old boy.
Mm-hmm.
His brain. I mean, he still, laughs at.
But people used to ask me, hey, Tony, you've had a great career. You've been on all these radio shows, and I've been blessed. I never thought I was going to be in radio or TV. I didn't do this to become a celebrity because I don't consider myself a celebrity. I never did. And I'm grateful for all the people who followed me from place to place, and I still have fun doing this. And if I don't have fun doing this, I'm not going to do it
Right.
anymore.
Now we just.
We're not making a lot of money doing this. We're not
No.
making any money.
Well, that needs to change real soon.
I am a vibrant senior.
Hold on. Joey B says The Villages has its own Pornhub channel now. Is that true?
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
That might, I mean, not a lot would scar me, but going on to Pornhub and seeing my mom or my grandmother on there would probably scar me.
You know what I'd say,
I
Rob?
think
You know what I'd say?
What?
You know what they say. See a broad to get that booty yak 'em. Leg her down or smack 'em, yak 'em. Cold got to be.
Tony,
You
we
remember that?
haven't done any other stories that we did the earthquake story.
I gave you the earthquake
We
story.
did the classic brawl. Oh, we have a chef story.
Do we have that chef story?
Yes, we do. This
We don't
is-
have a Florida update tonight, Robin?
I do have a Florida update.
Well, where the hell is it?
Would you like to have me do the
Yeah,
Florida update?
we're in the last half hour of the program.
Okay. This is actually not only a Florida update, but a Cape Coral Florida
No,
update.
a Cape Coral, Florida update. It's like
Yes.
local. It's our neighborhood. That's
Yes.
eating good in the neighborhood.
Although this is not something that we can be proud of, I'm afraid.
Let's go to our Florida update desk and a woman right here on the scene, live, local, and late breaking, Miss Robin.
Down to Florida. We welcome you to the Sunshine State. They're kicking back and soaking up the rays every day in Florida. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go down there Alligator Alley. Let's go down there out there with all the gators and then the snakes.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is kind of a standalone story, but unfortunately,
Is it a sad story?
No, I came across this story, and this is not something that we can be proud of, Tony Bruno.
What happened?
An influencer has infiltrated Cape Coral and has gotten in a little bit of trouble.
An
Let's
influencer?
Go to
I'm an influencer. I drink wine all the time. I love this shit. I'm a content creator. I've been creating content since 1952.
Yes.
All of a sudden, I'm a content creator. No shit.
Well, let's
if you go to the bathroom, you're creating content.
Let's go to Gulf Coast News.
Oh, I
in
love
our
Gulf
own
Coast News.
town of Cape Coral to hear what these wonderful influencers are doing down here in our neck of the woods.
A TikTok influencer from Cape Coral just got arrested again. Cape Coral police say Marlena Velez led them on a high-speed chase. 500,000 people follow her on TikTok. We first told you about her when she was arrested for shoplifting from a Target and making videos about it. Gulf Coast News anchor Elise Chengiri is live in Cape Coral showing you a timeline of her crimes.
Peter, we've been following these ongoing charges. We're actually here at a Target in Cape Coral on Pine Island Road. This is one of the many stores that Marlena Velez stole from, according to Cape Coral Police Department. We know she's back in jail. And, you know, after talking with shoppers here in the area, they say, quite frankly, it's not fair because she's going to have to pay for things like everyone else.
And I'd be extremely embarrassed if I did what she did, and no one will, I'm sure she didn't want to live up to what she did, and she deserves whatever consequences come her way.
Damn right.
It's sad. It's really sad. I think that if other people are working to spend their money, why are you out here stealing? It's just wrong. And to be posting like no issue is crazy to me.
Not 100%. It's just disrespectful to everybody who works hard and goes to work every day and works through their money and then is happy to go out and spend it on things that they want, and then there's people just stealing, and doing things like that. It's just not right.
Gulf Coast News has been on Marlena Velez's run-ins with police since CCPD released video of Velez stealing in 2024 at the Super Target on Pine Island Road, saying she even posted about the things she stole on her TikTok account. Police finally caught up with her this past Sunday at a traffic stop with a warrant for her arrest. They found her hiding in the back seat of a vehicle.
The officer approaches the car. Suddenly, Marlena Velez is no longer in the passenger seat. So the officer asks, where'd she go? Where is she? And shines the flashlight in the back seat and finds Marlena Velez hiding in the floorboard in front of her child's car seat.
Police also tried to pull her over 2 weeks ago, but she sped off and they called off the chase since it was too dangerous with kids playing on the street there.
No one's above the law. You pay for your stuff. We work for our money. We spend. We come and support locally, regardless if it's Target or a mom and pop shop. And it's the world we live in right now.
There you go, Tony Bruno, our own neck of the woods.
What a disgrace. She would have been in the trunk of the car if I was there. I would have taken her by her ass and thrown her in the trunk and then driven it into a canal to fend for herself.
Can you believe the audacity to like steal and then make it like a TikTok video as if it's a fun, great thing?
That's the problem with listen, you can do whatever you want, but you steal shit and you document it, and then you think people are going to say, wow, isn't that awesome? Wow, she's great. Well, who the hell's going to subscribe and send her money for being a criminal?
But she got 500,000. Was it 500,000 followers?
Yeah, but how much is how does she make money from that?
So influencers, when you are an actual influencer, you make a lot of money.
Yeah. I'm an influencer. I don't make jack shit.
I have influencers on, as clients, and let me tell you, they're young and they're millionaires.
Yeah.
At 20, at 19, at 21, at 22, millionaires, and it's only growing.
Yep.
But these people aren't going. That's why I'm like, why is she stealing if she's an influencer? They make so much money.
Because she gets people to watch her doing it and then making a big deal out of it. The fact that, it's kind of like watching a train wreck, right? Like, or a car wreck. They're watching this car wreck and it's garnering her views, but she got caught up. Yeah. It's just stupid.
Manglemore says, I just get under the influence a lot. I don't anymore. I haven't been drinking since I've been sick. But by the way, 2-2, Toronto and those Seattle, whatever they are, in the American League Championship Series, 2-2 tied up in the American League Championship Series. Low-scoring game, and you'd expect that. Tied up, as many of our listeners will be later on tonight after they hear all this sex conversation. And, people always say to me, Tony, what would you do if you had $1 million? And you know what I always say to them, Robin?
What would you do?
What would I do?
For a Klondike bar.
Well, a Klondike bar, I do a lot of things. But what would you do if I had $1 million, Robin? You know what I'd do?
I do know. I'm
Can't find it now.
Should I just do it for you?
No, I got it right here.
Okay. Press it again and then just leave it.
I just did it 3 times, Robin.
2 chicks at the same time.
Yeah, I know. Why are we on like a 5-second delay on my sound effects?
I don't know, but
Cal Raleigh with a home run. The big dumper, I guess he's called, right? Hey, listen, I love big dumpers. I cannot lie. What's the answer on how many kids were consummated during a Tony Bruno show? That's good. We've had people who had named their kids after us when we were doing the national show out in Los Angeles. They named their kids after Robin. One of our great followers who's no longer with us, he had a tattoo made on his
Mr.
calf.
Monday Night. Mr. Monday Night.
He made a picture of my profile and then a little Robin over her head.
Yep. And then,
no, that wasn't Mr. Monday Night. That was Mr. Main Event. Mr. Main Event.
Not Monday Night. Main Event. Mr. Main Event did that. He tattooed. And then there was another person who named his 2 snakes, his 2 ball pythons, after us, Tony and Robin. And then we know of at least 2 or 3 people that named children. I think there's 2 boys and 1 girl. And so there's a little Robin out there and 2 Tonys.
But I am not the father, as Maury Povich confirmed one day. Unbelievable. Now, Heather's not married, right? No kids.
None.
But
you got
she has a wonderful partner.
I know she does. I know that. People are asking. They want to know. Robin, want some more wine?
I'm good right now.
Robin's not. This is, ladies and gentlemen, this is a first. Robin usually polishes an entire body Bottle, not body. During the show.
Polish a body too. Let me tell you, hey.
During the show.
A little kinky to me.
Robin, would you like to finish this baby off?
Well, if you insist.
Is Dr. Heather straight? No, I think that's a personal question. I mean, you'd have to pay for that kind of information. You'd have to get a personal consultation with her.
Well, you know what? All of these answers we can answer when we start our show.
Now, when is this Dr. Heather and Robin show? What's it going to be called?
Oh, gosh, we don't know.
That is a good question.
And they'll be answering a lot of questions like,
look at that big ass. Look at that big juicy booty.
Juicy booty talk will be on there, right?
Fast or slow?
Yeah.
Long, with, short.
But it can be. It can talk about anything. Relationship advice.
Relationships, marriage, dating. Because dating is a big thing. A lot of my clients actually. So just really quickly, I have a private practice for 10 years. I just had my 10-year anniversary. And let me just say, people now over the past like 2 or 3 years are really into these dating apps.
Right.
Yep.
So they're really frustrated by them. So I think I have become like a matchmaker.
Really?
Undercover matchmaker and sex therapist. Yeah. Because I'm helping my clients and guiding them through this process of these dating apps. And I have like this prescription. It works. You know? And when they do it, it works.
Well, so we can add that to the things that we can talk about on the show. We are going to have a jam-packed show.
AJ in San Antonio, one of our loyal followers and a great friend. Two's Company, Three's a Threesome. That's the name of the show. You got to work on that.
That's long.
Yeah, that's long.
It's not the length of the show; it's the width of the show. Come on, you know that, right?
Now,
We'll answer that question too.
Didn't you ask AI?
I did.
There were some really good show names on there. Yeah. Way better than I thought of.
No, the show's not going to be called Chicks Talking About Dicks. They'll be talking about vulvas and everything else.
We'll be talking about assholes. I mean,
breasts.
Well, we got a lot of assholes listening to the show, and they're our best callers and followers.
But the thing that's going to be different, it's going to be in kind of the homage of Dr. Ruth. It's not going to be salacious. It's not going to be like.
Will Robin do a fake German accent, Dr. Ruth, Dr. Robin? You're listening to WNYNY. How H in San Antonio. Cunning linguists of Cape Coral. How about that, huh? That's a good one.
Too.
Cunning linguists of Cape Coral.
No Cape Coral in there, please.
Why not?
I live here.
But that's where it is. Dr. Heather.
We're transplants.
You're from Cape Coral now. This is your house. This is your home.
Well, I love it. I do love Cape Coral. However.
I mean, cunning linguist of Conshohocken doesn't sound as nice. Cape Coral at least has a nicer ring to it, right?
Yes. That's true. Whoever said that does have a good ring to it, let me say.
Am I allowed to say Dr. Heather is hot?
Oh, thank you.
No, but I am.
Thank you.
Everybody's allowed to say that. I don't understand.
You know why? Because she is.
Yeah. But I think that there's something. There's a difference between saying you are beautiful, you're hot. I think that that's like if somebody says that to me, I'm like, thank you. There's a difference between that and being
a creep.
Yes,
like today in Publix.
Did you have
every time I go to the store? It's like I'm a magnet.
What?
I turn around. He's right here. I'm like, he's like,
excuse
me?
Is
it the same person or?
Can I touch your arm? No.
What?
That's
what
creepy.
do you want to touch my arm for?
What?
Can I touch your hair? Can I touch your arm? The guy today said, "Can I touch your arm? You're beautiful." No.
Like, I mean, I have somebody on here who is one of my number one fans, and he's always telling me how beautiful I am. There's nothing wrong with that because he's not creepy. Like, if he became creepy about it, like. Show me your feet.
Heather and leather. Robin's not a leather person.
Yeah.
Although she does have assless chaps. But then again, people remind me, all chaps are assless, right?
Yeah.
There's no such thing as chaps with asses.
Chaps are.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Joe Quills, we have to do the show on Tuesday nights. That way they can end the show with, we'll see you next Tuesday.
I don't get it.
If we do the show Friday nights here, and Heather and I do the show on Tuesday nights, then on Friday nights, I can say, and we'll see you next Tuesday. That's actually kind of funny.
By the way, Shohei Ohtani-san has gone deep. The Dodgers in the bottom of the first take the lead over your Milwaukee Brewers in the National League. 2-0 Dodgers. Oh, wow. That Edmund guy. Dodgers, you got to give Dodgers credit. Thank you, John. I'm not beautiful. I'm not even attractive. You know, I think the people like me, A, because I have a beautiful speaking voice, average intelligence, and because I'm funny. People like guys who...
with a sense of humor.
With a sense of humor, where they don't take everything seriously. You know, I don't take everything seriously. I know when a joke is a joke. I know when shit's serious. That's how I deal with life. You know what I mean? Not everything is an outrage. Not everything is serious. You know, the things that you deal with that are serious, you deal with them that way. The things that are bullshit and politics and that nonsense, that shouldn't matter in your life. If your life is involved with is being overtaken by political opinions, then you need to get a life. Politics don't define me. They don't run your life. Politicians couldn't give a shit about you. So why do you? People are on Twitter and on Facebook 24/7. All they talk. I make jokes about politicians. You know, I talk about the 80 and 90-year-old people who are still in Congress and can barely walk. Those are the people that keep getting elected and they keep running. That's the stuff that should concern people. These people can't even stand up.
Can I just? There should be age.
Of course there is.
Cut off. Like if you are a certain age, you should not be able to be governing anybody anymore. That's one. But specifically, if you need a person to walk with you so that you can hold on to them, and you are in Congress, that should not be allowed. Like
I needed Robin to walk with me so I wouldn't fall down the steps when I was on my antibiotics and I was tripping.
That's different. But if you have to hire somebody and it's their full-time job just to make sure that you don't fall, and by the way, you just let somebody fall by accident because you weren't holding on to them tight enough.
I saw somebody posted a list today of the ages.
Yeah.
At the ages of many of the people still in Washington, D.C. and running for more terms.
Yes.
In their 80s and 90s.
It's insane.
Why?
I'm sorry.
Why? You know, if I had millions and millions of dollars from politics, would I still be working in the 90s to try to make more money? How much money is enough?
Yeah.
Right?
I think that there's a difference between elderly people.
And what? Elderly what, Rob?
Elderly people
Wait a minute. Was that a slur, Robin? We used to have a contest on the show. People would bet on when Robin would slur for the first time, and she has only had 2 glasses of wine
Not
tonight.
Not even. I was trying to swallow and talk at the same time, which doesn't always work.
Right.
Swallow.
Yes.
OMG.
Oh.
I think that there is a difference. There are a lot of elderly.
I know. Swallow it is exciting to some
There
people.
are a lot of elderly people who have to work to supplement their Social Security.
Yeah,
they cannot
like me.
afford to live. So there's a difference between that and all these millionaires who don't need to work. They are not doing it out of requirement, and they should no longer. They're making decisions on behalf of people when they can't walk. They're definitely not driving anymore. They should not be making decision over other people's lives.
Exactly.
When they cannot control their own.
Exactly. Anyway, enough about that. I just wanted to make that perfectly clear. If you need politics or having to go out and march in a No Kings rally where nobody knows what the hell they're doing and why they're doing it, and people are being asked to give money to these groups, why would I give money to anybody?
I don't know.
So they can buy T-shirts and go out and walk? Go out and walk like Robin and Heather went out and walked today. Did you have to wear T-shirts? The
Matching
T-shirts got
T-shirts?
wet, though, and that was exciting for a lot of the people in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, when you walk around.
Well, especially since about a year ago, I never really enjoyed wearing them, bras.
Me
But
neither.
about a year ago, I said, you know what? Screw it. I'm really like 95% of the time I'm no bras. No
Me
bra
too.
gal.
I love it. I don't sleep in it, but my breasts, they're really big, so I have to have on. I wear sports bras. This is just people. I have on a sports bra right now, so it's holding me in.
Now, are you on? Because I know, like, if I run or something without a bra, it's not comfortable at all. There's too much bounce and go. I mean,
I have two black eyes. Okay, no.
But
Wayne, we have breaking news. Sorry to interrupt the breast talk, ladies and gentlemen. I know you want to know what size Dr. Heather is packing up there. We got a grand salami time. Your Seattle Mariners have busted this game wide open. And is it time to thank the Toronto the Toronto Blue Jays for participating? Eugenio Suarez, boom, 6-2 with the salami time in Seattle. 6-2. How about that? Miami leading Louisville, or 17-10. Louisville leading Miami. Who's winning in that game? I know it's 2-2 in the series. So this.
Sorry, Heather and I are laughing. Callan goes, well, there you go. 2 chicks, 1 bra.
Exactly. Is that like 2 chicks, 1 cup?
He said earlier, 2 chicks, 1 mic.
Oh, yeah.
One mic?
2 chicks, 1 bra.
2 chicks, 1 cup? Robin
No.
hates when I mentioned that. Did you ever see that?
I did not know what that was. I didn't
See,
know.
even Dr.
No,
Heather doesn't know
don't-
that one.
Don't ask. It's gross.
Oh.
It's a porno thing.
Oh.
What's wrong with porno?
This one is gross.
Porn is not real. That's
I
what's
know
wrong
it's
with
not.
it.
Well, this one is really gross.
People don't know it when that's their education.
It's like
Exactly right.
scat porno. So don't even. Bleh. I didn't know about it. Found out about it when somebody mentioned it, and I'm like, ew! I didn't need to know this. Get it out of my brain.
Exactly. I didn't even know about that Florida update. I'm glad I brought it up, Robin.
Yeah. We the idiots do. There are idiots down here. As wonderful
of
as Cape
course.
Coral is, there are still idiots down here.
I mean, don't they videotape people at cash registers now on their own systems? This influencer has to go in and videotape herself stealing shit at Target?
I mean, what the hell are people? But you're seeing idiocy like this on TikToks just to generate clicks. You're seeing like that one guy that almost got himself killed because he would go up to random people and punch them in the face or something like that in malls, and he would scare them, or he'd do something weird. And one guy actually, I mean, it freaked him out. So he was packing. And he shot the guy. Guy survived, but the lawsuit was that the guy was kind of like he was asking. The guy thought he was being attacked, and he was defending himself.
Yeah, and you don't know who's out there anymore. There's a lot of mentally ill people walking the streets. You don't know who's going to pull a gun or knife on you.
We mentioned this before. I mentioned it last week.
Oh, there's a
there
bug
was
here.
Some.
I got it.
Oh, good job. That was a moth.
Is that no, that wasn't a moth.
I
is
mentioned
it?
on last
open carry now or something like that.
Here in Florida, there's the stand your ground law, which means that you are allowed to carry. You're allowed to, but it's not open.
But don't we have it's open carry now?
Well,
I don't think everywhere. I
Yeah.
have to look into that because I
Publix.
have concealed carry in Pennsylvania,
Right.
but you have to have one here in Florida.
Yeah.
And I don't want to walk around with guns, but I'll tell you what: if I'm in my car, I want to have a gun with me because
I have my concealed carry.
You have a concealed carry?
Yeah, but I think it's different here.
Yeah, I
now.
think it
think
is.
Okay.
you don't have to have anything. You can just have your gun. You don't have to have.
Let's see.
Well, I know you're always packing, and I'm not talking about that.
Is Florida an open carry state?
Packing
Okay,
Heat.
as
There's a
of September-
cafe called Packing Heat Cafe.
Tony Bruno, here's your, and you are correct.
This is
So,
breaking Florida news, ladies and gentlemen.
As of September 2025, the court ruling states that Florida is now an open carry state.
Lock and low,
So
baby.
it
Lock and
used
low.
to be a stand your ground and concealed carry, but now it is an open carry. So
Oh.
as of September 10th, 2025, the open carry ban was declared unconstitutional. And the Florida Attorney General stated that open carry is lawful throughout the entire state as of September 25th, 2025. So it is now like Arizona and Texas.
I'll tell you what, the real estate market's going to explode even more down
Yeah.
here once Zoran Mamdani wins in New York and
Now
all the
there-
rich people get the hell out of there because
there
they don't want
are-
to. You heard what he wants to do, right?
No.
He wants to give everybody free public transportation, buses and subways. He wants to. He obviously doesn't like the police, and so who's going to pay for it? Now you've been to New York. You see the buses and the subways are packed all the time. Now you're going to say you don't have to pay to go on a subway or bus anymore. So everybody who's now not even paying fares is going to go on the buses and subways.
But it's going to make the homeless and the druggies that are looking for a dry place to shelter, or shoot up. That's now going to be open gain for them in all those.
Listen, we'll see what happens.
They're getting rid of. There's no policing on busing. They have the subway police, but there's nothing like that on buses.
Well, that's what the problem. In California, people are leaving there. I loved California living there. Robin did. I love New York. It's one of the greatest cities on earth. San Francisco.
Beautiful.
But, if you're going to try to pull the socialism stuff in New York, there's a lot of rich people that are going to say, hell no, I'm not going to stick around for that. You're going to take all of my money so everybody else can have free shit.
Real quick clarification on the open carry.
Yes.
Because I did the story about Publix allowing, so businesses are still allowed to prohibit open carry on their property. They have to post a sign implementing their own policies on the front door so that you know whether you're allowed to go in or not. But Publix is one of the places that has now announced that you can open carry. If you go to the grocery store and you're carrying your gun, you're fine.
Now, in Arizona, that's the first place I would walk into like a 7-Eleven.
Right.
And see people with holstered,
and
people, oh my God, isn't that intimidating? No. Can you see somebody holstered up? They know what they're doing, and you're not going to mess with them, right?
Exactly. There are restricted locations here. Even with open carry, you're not allowed to open carry in a courtroom, polling places, elementary and secondary schools, including administration buildings, college and universities, unless you are a student, employee, or faculty member with a stun gun. You are allowed to have that on college and universities. I did not know that.
Set my phasers to stun, baby.
Meetings of the Florida legislature or its committees and areas within establishments licensed to serve alcohol. So you cannot go to a bar and open carry, which is probably a really good idea.
I agree. Can you go to a strip club?
Polling places like strip clubs? No, not that kind of polling place. Not strip clubs, Joe Quills.
I don't know. I mean, if they don't serve alcohol, I guess you could.
Well, guess what? We're in overtime. That shows you how fast this show flies by, right?
Well, especially when you show up an hour late.
Wait a minute. Wait. Oh, well, you're taking a cheap shot
Yes.
at Dr. Heather?
Yes, well, I didn't know I was supposed to come at a certain time. I thought
I
was
told
just
you we were on
coming
7
on
o'clock.
I didn't know I was coming on when you started. I would have been here at 7.
What do you think
My
this
bad.
is? Good morning, good day, Philly, with my buddies over there, the great Mike Jarek and those guys.
Oh, they're funny.
They are funny.
Love those people. Dr. Heather, it's great to see you. You're one of our. You really are our first friend here, other than Robin's friend Dominic, who we met when we first moved down here. We're living in the condo.
Well, you met him. I knew him from way
Well,
back
I know
when.
that, but I'm saying I had never met him.
He knew me before I was even Miss Robin.
Wow.
I was just some goofy-looking girl who'd just come over from the Netherlands.
Now, John Robinson, where did Heather grow up in Philly?
West Philadelphia.
Born and raised.
That's
what I'm talking about.
Yep.
What high school did you go to?
I went to Masterman, and then I went to West Philly High.
West Philly, yo. West Philly in the house.
In the house.
Yeah.
All right, Tony.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I feel good. It's good to be back.
Yeah,
I love doing this. I love doing this. It's fun. We get to talk about whatever we want.
Yes.
Nobody's standing over us saying, "Don't you dare talk about that stuff."
Well, in that case, no.
But we do want to grow this show back to its heyday, and so if anybody is looking at advertising, we are. First come, first served for sponsorships, and those sponsorships will be less expensive now than they will be in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Please contact me at missrobinaustin@gmail.com if you are interested in talking about advertising, and I can tell you what we can do for you.
Yeah.
And what you can do for us. It'll be there's a lot of stuff going on, and
Everybody thanking Dr. Heather. Hope to see you again soon. Play Action Real.
And if you want to sponsor the whatever our shows can be called, we still don't know it yet.
We're gonna get some lube sponsors.
Yeah, hims, hers, its, theirs.
Anything that has to do
Doc
with
Johnson, sex toys.
men, women, relationships.
No children, though. No children.
Well, I do help people through some parenting things.
Yeah.
Because we need to educate our kids about
Yes, we
sex.
do.
We need to educate them about pleasure, not intercourse when they're 2, but the right words to say.
Yeah.
There's
Exactly.
so much sexual education that
Yes.
doesn't include
It does not,
intercourse.
and people are so afraid to talk about it. I mean,
So
it's just
afraid.
amazing. Like it is just the United States specifically still has this antiquated idea. Like you go from either don't talk about sex, abstinence, to Pornhub. Like everything's crazy. Like there's no in between, seems like. And we need to have a rational way of speaking to everybody about sex where it's not always sexual lies. Like talking about what feels good and what's normal, and questions should not immediately go to hardcore sex, because there's all sorts of stuff children should know about their bodies and what sex is, yes, but not necessarily that they have to engage in it and what to look out for. Because let me tell you, if there is anything to do with a child, there will be predators.
That's another part. That's something else I do.
Yeah.
That's under the umbrella of sexual health.
Yeah.
So.
And it's
It is a final now in Seattle. Adam and Eve should sponsor the vagina segment. No, it's the vulva segment. Drinking and talking sex, all lubed up. John Robbins, I need a plug for the wife.
I remember Dr. Ruth, and she used to have a co-host of some kind. I don't even remember who the co-host was, but when she started doing video portions, like she had her own show late night, and it was her and somebody else, and they would talk about they had a segment on, I think it was every week, about a new toy and whether they thought it was something that was worthwhile getting or not.
Yeah,
and
like a review.
Yeah.
Reviewing thing. I review toys and books.
Yeah.
People always
But you know what it's all about at the end of the day?
Merchandising!
Merchandising is right.
Well, if we ever get to the point where we have a sex toy with our logo on it, that
We
would
have
be
a website
awesome.
where you can buy T-shirts and stuff, and we never pimp it,
I
Robin.
know. No, I wasn't even talking about the Tony Bruno show.
I know. I'm talking about any kind.
Yes, if you
We
would
can
like,
have like what are those things called? The women's vaginas that they sell, like
fleshlight?
Fleshlights. We can have a Miss Robin and a Dr. Heather fleshlight, right?
I have T-shirts.
Do you really?
Do you?
They say all kind of stuff. They are amazing. I'll bring a couple over.
Yeah,
Bring it over. I'll
want
wear
a
it.
T-shirt.
I have.
Well, we have T-shirts too. The Tony Bruno Show. You go to TonyBrunoShow.com.
In the store there.
In the store,
and
and
you
we
see the merchandising.
Merchandising!
Exactly right.
Exactly right. Guess
So
what
there you
time
have it,
is,
folks. Do we have the closing theme song, Robin?
Yes,
we
we
want to
do.
thank everybody. Thanks everybody for. No, I do not have autographed anal beads. They're hard to autograph. They're a little small. Unless you go for the bigger balls.
Well, usually anal beads go from little to big. They keep getting bigger and bigger.
How do you know?
I wouldn't know. I don't even like prostate exams, so I'm not doing anal beads, Robin. I'm sorry. We want to thank everybody, all the people who have been sending warm regards. I'm feeling so much better. Each day I'm doing a little bit more. That's all you want. You just want to stay happy, healthy, and enjoy life every single day when you wake up. In the meantime, don't drink and drive. Don't text and drive, damn it. And God bless America, because it's still the greatest country on earth. We'll see you all next week. And just remember to follow us, because more stuff is coming. And we love each and every one of you. So good night, and God bless.
the highbrows, we think it is a lark to play what we are playing when you're wanting Mr. BAAACK. Good night to all our authors who write us books galore. And though we don't know which is best, we know one who is sure. Good night, everyone, you've earned your daily bread.